Good morning. Morning. Morning, Kali. Morning, everyone. Morning, Pindi. Yeah, ke buile ka matla, ke buile ka swele. I'm back. Hi, Fifi. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Today, guys, okay. Today, guys, re bua ka for the sake of the kids. For the sake of the kids. Why ke bua this topic a ke itse gore e sharp gore yang re kana ra change if ga le feel sharp ka yona le a ke se le bone this post e ne le te maabane or ka ede before maabane that lady wa ko Nigeria o nna the guy monna ga ke mang mara ke two face or ke face two ke two face ne ya ke two face and then e ka re ona le bana ba ntle bana ba bang kwa ntle ga marriage e ka re bo ma 7 if not 6 go na le another mistress who's expecting right now ne hello lebo so ga ke itse gore ana e sharp re bua ka yona guys because why ke decide gore re bua ka yona like I said yesterday ke re guys ra project season e ngwana ya e leng gore go tlebe go tlhakatlhakana mo di relationship whether you like it Tshepiso R6 mare mosadi o ntse a le aware gore the guy with mara mosadi o a nna I want to understand gore I want to know and understand gore why rona basadi re ithoshara so o ntse o le aware gore monna o na le bana kwa ntle o sentse o itshokana le ngwana bo 2 o sentse o itshokana le ngwana bo 3 o sentse o itshoka o bone monna o rile I'm sorry o apologize itse therefore go gape go pele ne focus re lower di standards tsa rona guys re lower di standards tsa rona I mean ga motho a nna le ngwana kwa ntle clearly o na le ngwana o kgone go tshola wena clearly it means gore somewhere ga kgotsofale something ga ke itse gore nna mistake yang ga o ya kwa ntle o bopala go dirisa condom e ba health go foka wena as a woman as a wife so ne ke batla re bua ka yona kgang eo guys indistepile maabane mo go mmane style ke bone batho ba etsa joke ka yona ba re that lady wa e rata so let's just be happy for the three of them the husband the lady or the banker lady or and the wife guys high sharp toto is not to be fair and honest I wouldn't settle for less ne ke ra re bueng ka yona today gore why do we put ourselves in that position in that situation phela kana is traumatizing o tla ba ipotsa gore na ba robalane yang ba robalane se kae ba tsa re se kana ka gore ba ime ga gore monna tsama a ye kwa go tlane go tension mo ntlong ne yeah let's talk about it guys yeah a re bueng ka yona guys maybe someone like ke mam ke TJ a re le no fitile ka bona it happened to me and it's then yeah request a for come yeah a re bueng ka yona guys e re bule matlho a re bueng ka yona guys rona fo gong fa re ba se dira ikgatella ko re bueng ka yone yes mosadi gape o shapa ka yone or somehow it's a go na le spele ya se dirisiwang for gore o nne mavomo azone I don't know I just don't know like I don't get it I don't know oh
Mhm. Hello.
morning morning
Le kae?
tona ka madaleng tona ka bothata
Ke teng Tlhetsolosi. O itse ke nna. Firstly ke ka lebogane gore be ke le live le wena ne. And ke
thank you
dumedise bomme kaofela ba leng ba joinileng gona bjanong defense tsa gago kaofela. Nna re tia ka wena ka nnete. Wa gopola last ko sendetse message ka go botsa gore I only realized after that topic ya di-narcissist gore ne ke nyetse ke motho o mo bjang. That was when ke bona ke gore ke kgone go accepta gore ke bile mo lenyalong le neng le boima too much I escaped lenyalo lela mo e leng gore like ne le di-death threats left right and center ne go sena nako e police van e sa tseneng mo lapeng la ka
Ish.
ne go sena nako e 47 and ka mo ke na le ka nako ke na le ngwana o na le disability. Ngwana o end up ile gore ga sa tlhole a kgona go performa pila le ko sekolong whatever because na o autistic na repeat everything in tata ga na e bolela ha ro ga kana a bitse mabife mabife a boima ngwana o le no tla ba sa tlo like akere ona bana ba leng autistic bana le repetitive behavior e tlo re ha dutse na noshi ngwana o la ba ro ga kana a ro ga kana. So for the ba bang ba ke ba isa counseling ke ile ka tlhela ke ntshwela gore ke ba ise counseling mara itse go le thata ngwanetso a nna ke ile ka tsaya bana ke ka tshaba
Wa
ile ka tsaya
tshaba, and
bana
you were
ke ka
at
tshaba
peace.
bona ka tshaba ntate o a file for divorce ena self ampenta ka everything e neng a entse ke go botsa
So
gore ke
Mapele, first of all,
bodile bona ne ke bodile
yeah.
lebitso mo ering e neng ke dula mo yona gore nna ke cheatile gore ke bodile gore ke tsamaile le dingaka ne ke mo tsamaela dingaka ane le menyako ya dingaka nna ka nnete ga ke itse I'm not against dingaka or everything mara the way ke pentileng ka teng yo ebile botlhoko mara ke ile ka tiiswa ke thapelo ka tiiswa le ke go nna ke ya kerekeng too much and go tseneng le gape le go joining your life ashem bona ke fodile
Thank you, Motap. Ma go tlhaloganya something. A ke tlhaloganya something
Mm,
pele.
okay
I
land.
understand. Yeah.
Mm.
Wa bereka ne? Wa bereka.
No, a ke bereke gona nong selo. A ke bereke kore le nako e neng ke bereke ke ile ka tlogela mmereko ke le over indebted because I was like a breadwinner without the marriage ke kgamile le ke dikolote ke sa kgone le go ntsha tlhogo ka mo le depression ke ntshitse gape le ke depression on top of that ke sa tlhogo ke kgone go focus like I was not even thinking straight ke lebala ntho nngwe le nngwe go le boima sure
Like gore
I
go go
guys
botsa gore o mo bereka because basadi ba bantsi re ntse ka gore ra itshoka because of ha ke bereke ha ke tsamaya o ya kae. So wena ga o tswa o boela gae kwa lona o re boetse kae?
nna ke boetse gae ausi ke ile ka boela gae ka dula le batswadi kore o itse keng ka dula le ausi aka kore ka kgona go recovera man ga nna ka nna ka ya le bona kerekeng ya nthusa too much le yona wa tlhaloganya ga ba
Yeah.
beterenyana go boeng ga ka ke tlo boela back mo ntlong ke buile ile gore re tlo boloka ntate se sa tsamaile wa
Modimo mo
tlhaloganya
tsere anong.
modimo mo tsere mara go boeng ga rena wa itse gore nka seno gore ke thabela gore ke buile mo ntlong because ha re itse ko pele kwa le gore ba bang santsane go na le ba e leng gore ba tla ba tlo claima tse ba di claimang but ke tletse ke ntho e one I really like gore ke leboga le motho o kileng a ngodisa mo phelong ba my aunt o ileng a nthuta ntho engwe ka bophelo gore wa bona mo bophelong o tshwanetse o ithute o ema ka maoto a mabedi gore he go sepafala in life o tie mo leoto le lengwe le gore o tieletse ka lona why ke ile ka ithuta ntho e one mo bophelong ba ka gore itse le go le boima sa mosadi ke thapelo and through
Yeah.
prayers ke mo re kgonang go kry-a di-answers tsa rena teng ke mo re tiang teng and he re share re le basadi re kgone go kgothala too much re kgothatsa ke
Yeah.
batho ba bang ka di-problem tsa bone wa e bona
Exactly.
and depression e ke tlo botsane ga ka kry-a
Yeah.
le go le worse a zanke ke ne le medication ya depression ke hitse through prayers ka go
Yeah.
rapela too much ke mo ke hitseng teng and at this particular juncture bana ke ba boetse dikolong botshelo ko bolelele and a ke so thome le gore ke a bereka o rate santsane ke baketana le mesebetsi here and there but I'm gonna be fine so ntho e leng
Yeah.
important maphelo a bana ba rena re tsentsha bana in difficult situations and nna from my side guys ne a ka kry-a lerato la mama a ka kry-a lerato la papa ene ke godiswa ke my aunt ke bitswa nene ke bitswa helper ke bitswa selo ke bitswa dilo tse kaofela physical abuse ke a bitswa to come nice me staying in the marriage ne le gore ga ka experience lerato la papa ke batla bana ke ba experience lerato la papa bona understand so that's how I stayed in the marriage and ka itshoka for dijara tse ke itshokileng tsona tseo almost life ya ka kaofela
Okay, ba le gona ba tsenang nou yana re bua ka that lady o lo a Nigerian guy o hate ke mang face two ke mang face two face o e leng gore the guy o tlile ka bana kwa ntle bana ba le 50 and the wife o ntse a re go siameng morena go siameng mo morena like I was asking gore why re itshokile why re itshoka is it because of ga o bereke ke two face a ke kgone go tlhaloganya gore ga o bereke. So TJR ene o tswile mo marriage o ne o le abusive a sa bereke a wela gae. So wena mo leng teng mo, why are you still holding on? Like I want to understand gore ke eng se se go beile na le fear ya gore ga o tswa motho breadwinner e ntse go support like this thing ya more emotional and
botshelo e re ke sa go tsene ganong ngwane tshone bomme ke kopa gore o itse keng re ireng ntho eso ba bantsi re imetse ba bangwe ga ba kgone go bua nkile a bona ba bangwe ba tshaba go tshegiwa and nna le rena ba bangwe gore re dule mo manyalong le di-religion wa bolelelwa like my aunt itse he se ne ke eletswa mmereko wa magadi wa kana ka jarene ke eletswa mmereko batho ba nong ba tshwere mmereko wa ba tlhokofala kao fela my guardians ba tlhokofala botshelo ne and then ge ba tlhokofala kao fela ya ba gore I'm on my own ke mo di-abuse tse ngata di thomileng teng ka ineela bophelo ba kereke ka teng I was still at my early 20s ka ineela bophelo ba kereke gore se keng I choose church gore ke be strong for my children and he itse go le thata ke be ke choose eng cause ntate o na le medical aid ka re plan e re ke credit psychologist ke tsamaise bana counseling because ba tlo gola e tlo ba di-teenagers and I don't know ba tlo ba wise ba tlo tshwana le ene ba tlo motsela go tlo isala ka re e re ke ba tsamaise counseling ke thusitse le ke go ba tsamaisa counseling bona gore ba senang di-medical aid mo ditleliniking go na le di-social worker go na le di-psychologist di-services tse e leng gore le tsona di-free they can opt for that and ha e tlhabise ditlhong gore o tsama o lla ko bathong o tshwanetse o lle gore o botlhe o kgone go fola otherwise go botlela that's the reason why basadi bomme ba bangata batho go ka sheka mortality rate ya bomme ba bangata ke depression ka go itshokela mathata ba sa kgone go cover out ba bangwe ba sa ba o tshegiwa motho a ba reng ke tswa ka mo ka lekase nka se ntshiwe ke mokete-kete eng ge nako e go dumelela modimo o file chance leka o ithusetse bophelo le bana ba gago ga se gore ke reng maybe ke betere ore eng ke lebogang tate modimo nna for the strength and I thank you botshelo gore modimo ba nkopantshitse le wena le difene tsa gago because ke ithutile le mo ba bantsi ka di-situations tse ba bileng mo tsone ke tile ka lena guys honestly speaking a nna ke tile le ka lena gape ne ke le sure ke fodile ke phela ke lla every day of my life I was crying into tears sometimes bana ba robetse ke tla di ke segitla good ke lla mara ka fitlha mo leng gore thapelo ya tla ya ntisa hence ke ke re joining basadi ka nna ke kgone go bona gore I'm not the only one who was going through a lot re ba bangata ke ile ka kgothala bana betso ke ile ke a kgothala and botshelo God bless you ne ke close ngwana go gaene God bless you and ke la rata rati
guys the standards are not very important. You must maintain your standard. Don't sell yourself low. I can't say about the so okay. Okay. Okay, aratsenya abuti koki la itse gore a tlhoke our motivational abuti mathando not gore ba bana go tsenya ba botlhe.
Why are you doing that? Hi, how are you?
I go ke tona kae?
Dang. It's
How sharp?
No, one of the things that I always say to people is that whatever that we share on social media, it's either what you've experienced, what you want, what you wish, or what you pray for, or what you like to have. Now, a lot of people would look at you on social media and feel like you have your life all sorted out. I'm from a family I've never seen that. My grandmother and my great grandmother my great grandfather and my great grandmother from both sides. Because starting from the third generation, they all got married and they stacked in Molinyalong. My grandmother the same, my mom the same. Now Here you are, as you grow up, you meet this person, le nna le ngwana, you get married, you o ntsha magadi gore le nyale, then you start staying together. Then life being life here today, you feel like, or you see, man, we are no longer compatible. But now, because Okena Craig, you are studying Buruti. One, you got married in a rush, or you get married in a rush because people feel like you can afford to get married. And ko kerekeng, you have to pull that thing ya gore you must show. Then later on in the house, you feel like, man, this is not working because of this and that will be happening. It becomes hard for you to leave that type of marriage. You always pull out a face. You pull out sfahlego to feel like you are fine. You'll post you will post on social media so that people don't ask if you are fine, so that people can feel like you are fine. But deep down, we itse gore ga o monate. One, when you go back home, your parents will ask you, we bone kae eo, because ha ra go godisa yalo. When you want to go back at home, ko kerekeng, they will ask you, mara wena mna, you are a man of prayer, man. Why would you do that? Why o sa rapele? Social media people will ask you, Alberto, Mr. Marato, wena tota, you know, and you end up staying only miserable. You stay until you can't, until you find a job elsewhere, and then you leave, and then you go live somewhere. And it's hard, man, when people are talking about this. Is very hard. I was laughing, Malobako laughing, telling people that I'm a year without a residential address. I don't have a residential address because I left Kontlung and we separated Limewanganaki. And I can't go back home. Okay, I am Kaya High. And when I come visit Gauteng, I'm always lingering around. Either I'll be at my sister's, or I'll book a B&B, or I'll do that. Because the feeling of waking up every day in front of my mom, it's one of the things that beat. And even though the parents know the reality, but because my parents look up to me so much, I don't know if you get what I mean. Now, but it's that thing. Ya gore parents look up to you so much, and I can't say it takes time. Whereby I can't say papa in that on the other side of town. Your mom stays in this side of town. Now you'll stay far. You will alienate yourself. Now all my friends are married, Botil, and now it's very hard to even socialize with my friends because all my friends are married. And ha re dutse ba tla ba tlotla ka manyalo a bona, ba tla ba tlotla ka bana ba bona, and you end up staying, man. I understand people that stay in such relationships for the sake of staying, because at one point you look like everything around you goes against what you want to do. And bana ba godisitswe mo malapeng a sharp, I always say that it becomes hard for them to leave because they want this thing to work, and you are not married to your mom or your dad, and you are not raised with, and then motho wa say your sister or your brother, and re kopana le batho ba tswang malapeng a differently. Now batho ba spanang shapo ba bang ba bona le bona, it's hard to live because people tend to idolize marriage in terms of money, or when there's money, when there's this, when there's that, when your life it's all good, you are supposed to be happy. Ho ba bohloko le kgotsi e kene tjhelete e ngata, e teng tjhelete le kgotsi, both ba babedi le kgotsi closing to boma 80 e le montlu o mong le mong a etsa dio tsa. When you want to see that money does not bring happiness in marriages or in relationships, o bone le ai somewhere le tsamaya ka koloi tse di different. And how can a mall you find people ba fologang taxi ba le happy, then you realize that
Yeah.
This thing ya bophelo is something, and bophelo bo itswe ke modimo a se ba rona rona a re buitse. And when people can look up to you, I don't like it when people say we look up to you, because when people look up to you, when you do decisions, it affects them. Because if tomorrow people hear yo bana botshelo ko la tlhela nyetso o tlhadilwe, how many people are going to be broken because of that? Now that is pressure on its own. That is pressure on its own. That makes it hard for Botshelo to leave, and yeah, man, I salute people that left. I know of number of people ba monna chitang mosadi a ntse a itse go monna ha yo ile kae, but because we have a societal whatever to do, we do it, and we end up even hiding it from kids, and we become miserable. We become so miserable, Botelo. We become, hi guys, we become miserable. Manyalo, I am for Manyalo. I support Manyalo so much, but it's not easy to leave, Botelo. And I salute people that have left. It's agobonolo to pack the bags and leave. Agobonolo, and especially when you know that where you're going to, they are going to be asked. Hona le batho ba bangwe- hona le batsadi ba bangwe will say ngwana ke tla gae o ka nnetse wa tla, but batsadi ba rona le bona, they must accept gore dilo di changile. E se ka re ha o re wa tsamaya bo gote ha re bitse bo malome. Why le mpiletsa bo malome? Because I dated this person without bo malome go nna teng. And I always says that in 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 African way, it's hard to live because how nyala we invite bo malome. Makgowa ba nyala ke bo, mom, we decided to go to home affairs, we are married. Now with Africans, it's difficult. You invite a lot of people, you but yeah, that's what I wanted
Too much
to say.
admin, ne?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. But if it's not working, guys, leave. Baba ngo botshelo ba tsamaile, ke fela gore they are still staying together, but emotionally they have left each other.
Yeah.
Emotionally they have left each other. Now what I can say is that batho ba sukang ba nyala, I was saying it even maban, make the best of your life. Make the best of your life as a le monyane o soka o nyala. And batla motho o e leng gore wa itse gore o tlo go nna le wena le gole ba botlhe, because ga go wrong ka jeno o botshelo wa TikTok ka moso tla bo kry le mmereko ko SABC, you will not have time for batho ba TikTok. The very same thing that happens with people in marriages. Ka jeno o kopana le motho o feel gore wena le ene le belonga together, ka moso motho o godile mo bophelong wena ga wa gola o feel gore a se tla batla go nna le wena. It happens. It's not that they are bad people, but people do grow apart. And when people grow apart, it's very important gore batho ba bolelane gore ke a go sia ka progress. Today o kopana le motho o ratang ho etsa 1 2 3 4 5, neng a tlela e rata, when are you still stuck on it? O feel I don't want to do this anymore. And ke manyalo a kajeno botshelo, it's the reality and the life of today. I just made a video in closing about one of the things that kill manyalo a kajeno is that re na le di-options tse ngata. I know re ke na le 20 women ba nsendelang bo, hi, how are you? And instead of me fixing, and instead of me that ke nna arrogant, ke feel gore nka nne ka tsamaya at one point ke go treata bad ntse ke na le wena, whereas when I supposed to leave o palelwa ke go tsamaya wena because you don't have options. Now that's why I always say to people, ha re perekeleng, ha re trying by heart gore la re nyalwa, it becomes two people that are married, not one person. It's about everything is about koketso, and when you are married to him, because o lo palelwa ke go tsamaya if you don't. And some people are able to say, I'm living as long as I can start from scratch. And ba bangwe re hold it on to status as se berekeleng, but anyway, sharp silos. That's what I wanted to say.
O be sharp, ne? Ka utlwa re ga o sharp.
Sharp, my friend.
Sharp, thank you, man. Guys, wherever we are, ne ke re ka re ke le bolelle ga ke itse ba bang la we ka ke ma Master Socks, ne? La mona that guy o le motivational speaker mo TikTok wa dijoku. Ke bone ba re o tlhokofetse, ne? Ne ke re ka re fela a re etse moment of silence fela kore just to honor him. I just felt like ke bue like re etseng guys go botlhoko sham. That guy ne ke mo follower each and every morning mo di life tsa gage. It's so sad. Just a second, Mr. Moto Socks, ne? Yeah. Mr. Socks. Ona a re o na ntse a re gore boso ma 80s le checking boso ma 80s letsa thata man le bantla thata man yeah ke Mr. Socks guys, Mr. Socks. Just a second. May his soul rest in peace. Oh, it's sad. Yeah, that guy can o tlhokofetseng o ne ke marata gore that guy yo every morning ne re ga ke emetse leruo because ha ke tsena mo jarateng na sokodisa leruo, so ne ke prefer gore ke nne kwa ntle, so ka bo ma past 7 na nna live every morning, na nna live o kara a bua ka gore batsadi ba rona wena o kara o breka ka bo di-Louis Vuitton mara batsadi ba gago ba yang, ne? Life is so unpredictable, guys. Life is so sad. Ish. And the sad thing about this TikTok thing, we end up running a family. Ke nna attached mo thaka sa ba itseng. Ha ke mo itse ke se ke mmone. But ke utlwa botlhoko ka ena. Mara tla re. And ga ba tlhalose gore o bolelwe ke eng. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, let's go on. Ne re bua ka Two-Face ne. That night o e leng gore o sotla mosadi ka bana ba kwa ntle, and like ne re botsa gore guys why re ke Mr. Socks, like
Good
gore
morning.
why do morning Tswaki?
Qhubeka ke tla bua after o fetsa ho bua.
Oh yeah, gore why do we stay mo di-marriage tse e leng gore ga di re berekele? Yeah, why re na mo di-marriage tse e leng gore ga di re berekele? Mo checkeng guys, mo checkeng. Mr. Socks, why re na mo di-relationship tse e leng gore ga di re berekele? O nna le monna, yet monna etsa bana ba ntse kwa ntle, and you must still say ke kgotso morena, ke kgotso, a shame morena, a shame morena, a shame morena. Like, and wena o ka se nne le bana ba le 7 ba ba tswang, or bana ba le 6 kwa ntle o ba tlisa mo ntlong, wa tlhaloganya. Mara wena as mosadi le na le di-business, na le ditšhelete, like ga di kgathalatsege. Why can't you just pack your bags and leave? O sentwa ke tsena.
It's in. Okay, good
Yeah,
morning everyone. Hi Osna lady. Eish, ntse ke mametse Koki man. Koki is hurting, hey?
yeah, he
Ke
is.
tla etsa plan tla bua le ena on the side. Botshelo wa tseba batswadi ba rona ne, they've raised this high societal ke tla reng mentality ya hore lenyalo it's something e leng hore it's a big wow, you know? And gore le ha se tlhako se o chesa o tshwantse o itshoke, and forgetting hore bona ka dinako tsa bona ho itshoka ha bona le ho itshoka ha rona, it was two different things, you know? Ho itshoka ha bona ho ba bangata, but ho itshoka ha rona it goes with a whole lot of things. Ya rona everything is exposed on your social media, like everything e re batlang it's on the social media, you know? And ntho e utlwisang botlhoko gagolo it's go hetheha bana in a very very bad way. It might not show up then, but ha ba gola in their teens it catches up with them. In their adulthood it catches up with them. You know, ngwana a never etse ntho a sa itsebeng a sa golang ka yona. Leruo a ka se shape ngwanyana a tseba gore papa hae na sa shape ngwanyana, na sa shape mme wa hae. He will never do that. So it's things tse leng hore ho tshwana le boholwana. Na I always say, you know what, if you want to fight me, call me ko nthong ko thoko re kampane ra go ka moreng re bue gore okay I didn't like, or re ko koloing if re batla go shoutana, let's go to the car and shout each other, you know? And o kreye motho ya so nna o tshwana le ya hore ke duletse bana baka. Ha o re o duletse bana baka, pelo ha e ka ema wena o dutse mo lenyalong leo le sa sebetseng, pelo ha e ema e ritsi, bana bao ba sia le mang? Bana bao, I think in every woman, guys, na I'd always say prioritize on your kids. That is your number one priority. And for their well-being as well, it's very, very important. Like, kids cannot be exposed mo ileng gore batswadi a ba utlwane go a gogana go etswang mo pela bona. It affects them very negatively. Ngwana o mongwe o kreye ko nthong in his academics. Ngwana o palla o repeata grade after grade wa repeata ngwana. You know, because ba bang batho, well, they can't really afford the psychologists. And though in the government facilities we do have, but people always find out government it's gonna take long. Guys, let me tell you, it works. The very same psychologist, oh, you better go private ntong. So they really help. So nabo usbak, whether wa sebetsa or how sebetsa, ha ipadile. Ha ipadile, wa boela ko ntlong inkagile. And I cannot stay in that relationship or marriage. Hore botshelo o tlo reng bona botshelo ra go isha kaofela. eo ke taba ya hao e setse le wena, nna ke na taba. If I want to be a return soldier, ke tlo ba le return soldier. And I'll start afresh. Because Radula, hi, let's stop being too dependent on these people. If it means samoregisa di chepis, horubele 5 rand. Or when shit hits the fan, then you know, this is where I'm standing. You know, guys, I'll tell you one thing. Ne? I'm not married. But from point A, I've had friends who've gone through the divorce. And the very same advice that I'm giving you guys, it's the very same that I've given. Or in every situation, you must be selfish about yourself and kids. Monna ka tsoga tshigile. Monna o tlo nyala, o tlo fa lenyalo lo le batlang. But ha fetsa o fa lona, and then if there's no happiness in that marriage, do you sit because what? You are wearing that ring. What does that ring do for you? It does nothing. It does nothing for you. You are miserable. And o kry go na le banna ba ileng hore ha ona le bontswaki so ba buang thata ba a kere ke tla be ko fa advice and hore okay, but this is, I'm not going to say leave him. You have to take that decision. You know, you must do what is right for you. O tlo just or yeah. Oh, I ke mo batle because ha ona le yena o blella so. Le wena now ka ro overpower ka monagano. Now you start believing what he tells you. You know? And you're thinking no, mna monna ka o bua nnete, no ntswaki ke mo cutter off. O cutter off, but motho o ntse a mentally o ntse a o etsang, he is destroying you. He is destroying you. You know, but Salona also killing a phone mo. I think it was the same topic in but similar, I think. She was married, and then monna ya ba ile gore a yena le monna ba sa utlwana hantle, and then they stayed kontlung until girl aba sharp or something, or girl na emetse a change bana, and there was also a stepchild. She even took ngwana le bona when she left the house. Remember also?
No, I hope
yeah, una sa sebetsi le yena. I left. I took my kids ka change skolo. I left ka boela ko gae. Because or ke tlore hi ing on yona ntho ko ke a ibong hore bo malume bo ing. But guys, at the end of the day, bo malume ba tlo nketsetsang. If I've made up my mind, I've made up my mind. Ke likile, ke itshokile, and it's not working. Ke a dula, ke molato. Ke a tsamaya, ke molato. So at the end of the day, who's important in the whole situation? It's you and your kids.
Yeah.
It's you and your kids. You know, starting over, it has never been wrong. Now I left someone who wanted say I lo hore ra hlogana a re ke batla o ntshetsa magadi ka re keep it, I don't want it, and I left. So if in ele motho o mongwe ntlo hey lenyalo kile motho how treat her like trash in the relationship, he's not going to change even in your marriage. He ibile oba worse twateng ibile oba worse. So we are not condoning a divorce or ing, but if you are not happy in your marriage, it does not help. You become an angry mom. Your kids, they don't enjoy you. When udula uchikana, liruwa ing, yeah, like the kids about haba. Her mama is an animal. You know, you go to mama. Mama is always talking. Mama doesn't listen to us when we ask mama about. And let me tell you one thing. You know, but now when you sit down, and you explain the situation to them, like adults, you know those little human beings, they understand. They will say, okay, mama, I know you don't have money. When mama anale chelete, ke kopa on regel. Guys, now I have one partner. You know, when we started our relationship, onatswa lenyalong le ena ne. But about 4 years ba hlogane le motho. Lena in elintrelo ish ke tlo dula ke dulela ngwana, but if ke dulela ngwana, who is being miserable in this whole thing? Guy I decided, or you know what, I'll raise my kid. Ba hlogane ngwana anale 2 years. Nansa etsa the daily duties a etsang a molata a etsang. Ngwana na le sharp. You know, I got introduced to the kid when she was 5. Then ka tseba ngwana. Okay, ngwana ke ngwana ha so tsebe next ha so influence we about anything. Ngwana o sharp. We get along like house on fire. Nako ya tsamaya ngwana wa gola. Now, mother wa bona hore no, this relationship is actually going ko ditseleng tse right, and I'm not happy about it. You know, ngwana all the time hatla ke auntie Ntswaki this, auntie Ntswaki that. You know, we did this, we did that. She bought me this, and I wasn't buying her love. Like it came so naturally. Like I love ngwanole ka re ke rata ngwanaka. You know. So even to ya hore ha ngwana a tla e se le ntho e le hore, what did she do? Now se re kenya memoya e mebe mo ntho mo ngwaneng. You know. No, she mustn't speak to you like that. She mustn't, like, even to you, you know? So ngwana starts developing an attitude. I ga itshwara e sampane le fresh botselo. Ka re, this is not what I'm going to tolerate. Ka re ko papa gae, this, you are going to sort it out. I am not going to have an angry child. I never had problems with ngwana, and it's not going to start now. You are going to speak to the mother. You know, ke gopola ka di Easter, we sat down, me and her, e le hore ne ba lwana le papa hae, ba argue about dilo tse petty nje le bona, so ngwana a laetsang. You know, I sat her down. I hate you, daddy. I sat her down. You know? Ska motho o mogolo ka re, mamela baby girl. Between me, your dad, and your mom, wena o ngwana. What I say to you, you have to listen to me. Ha go kgala, you're going to listen to me. You are not going to back chat. When daddy says something to you, as I rat, you're going to listen to daddy, and you are not going to back chat. You know, we had a lengthy talk. Like, she heard me. You know, today, she can pick up a phone and call me. I miss you. When are you guys picking me up? You know, I'm going to tell daddy to. I had to go to ask his more topic in Khanyan, but baby mama and the what will have a talk guy on a happy, you know. So you choose your happiness. One thing he said was like, but I will not let my child suffer.
Yeah.
I will not let my child suffer. I tried the lenyalo thing. Azang imperekele, batswadi ba hao ne ba kene mo tseleng ya rona, and you know lwena hore kwena o ithubetseng lenyalo la hao. So if o no batla nako engwe ha e mo banneng fela le basadi ba bang ba teng ba toxic. O e bona ntho. So ha e sa bereke e ba le nnete fela le wena, and do the right thing. I'll just be on the comment.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ronald.
Yes, madam. Look out.
Hello,
madam.
What's up,
Askis, keep only come next. Askis.
Oh, okay.
Look out, madam. One quick one.
Yeah.
No, man. Otherwise, man. IT, ke jump on no. Need to give if I can say sharp. But anyways, this is what I'm gonna say, guys. We come from toxic families, and as men are so whole. Life about so whole. Guys, this is what how you take care of a family and how you take care of a woman. So those teachings, they never came into being. So guys are still angry. As mothers, they didn't say, Elena, I had a saying, I had some party give like understand that this and that. They never set them down. Now I come from a family of mama and papa nebalte, and I saw and learn was not chelete nebabalena, boy arna chelete, huso arna chelete, batimba butiba babang, but transfer one sharp. Anyways, now I'm married. I know how to take off my wife. Right now, I know how to take care of my kids because the conversation started when I was about 14, 15, going into manhood and all of that. That's why I always say there's always a difference between munna and tati. Munna words on tota munna. Because of what I'm about to allow to look at the tavern, I tell you, I'm a melema chitor barring. Can't all in tatunya, it's about fit. I know some problem. Rona se retsa ntse different on all. So when now promole motho ga go break 6 wa gago o prome ka montlung le o tia o lebe mnato on all. Communicate le madam o mthaile madam o tlhoka eng, what's happening wa bona Yeah, like I said, mark both or life here. Rather financial are sharp, mark sharp. Yeah,
Ish.
the struggles of being
Yeah,
in a marriage. Toba sharp, skawa. This is a test of
yeah,
character for both of us.
yeah.
One all.
Mm,
So those things are
mm,
very important.
mm,
Wow. Right now, my wife
mm,
is not working. I'm not working.
mm,
I can't do this. Is working. Kita mas kaya kila bafaisa. Ako pa bro ita in one. Yeah, the life is appeal. That's it's a test of character. All of these things. So yeah, no. Alone like children. Our condoni divorce, ne? But at the end of the day, we have to sit down with everyone in a situation now because Arbatli, the media and all of that. Workiole, she stayed in a marriage, Ushwele and all. That's not nice. But at the end of the day, re tshwanetse le wena o itšheba le wena o batla go phelela bana ba gago like o sentse a kantsa bua. So a lot of divorces are because of again media, social media, social status. Ga bona nthonyana tse jwalo tse e leng gore batswadi ba rona a ba bue le batho ba dula fatshe gore motamodi wa itse ba ntho o kenang mo yona. Do you know this thing? It's very, very hard. It's all about sacrifices all the way. So if batho ntse o reka di-Brazilian hair o ntse o bona o kare wena o batho ba montle every time re sena tšhelete motho wa modimo re na le dikoloto tsa bana le rona self a re eme se re feditse a rona life a e sa le yo se re phelela bana ba.
yeah.
But people don't want to do that. The conversation has to come through before kena marriage or a re dula mo fatshe re ke re understandana gore wa tseba ntho e batlang wa e tseba na ya o abuse a iyo gore dintho di tlo change after this a sore ke rona re change situation itself allows things to change. As a rona situation se re change as a human being. Now you're no longer Maronza ole so le ntate Maronza. Bana yana ba tlo bitsa papa bana ba tlo bitsa ba o bone ka mo ntlong e tswa okay. That's how marriage is supposed to be. It is.
Wow.
But people ba samba ba tshwere mjolo ko lenyalong. Ne ke thank you so much madam.
Thank you.
Thank you. Aba bue ba ban rutor bare madam.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Guys, we take itimela go zama thanta tana a bua ka botirong ya bua yana ne. Ne ke le ka go bua something ke lebetse ne ke le ka re ke tlo ra ke re oh before ne you know gore ne go bua ntswa ke ne a se ntswa ke you know gore this thing ya gore batsadi ga ba ya affecta bana ne last week the time ne ke ya go Joburg ke ya go Galadineng fale so ke batla thai agree ne so ra tsamaya mo di-shopong mona ga thai ya 1.5 ya huko so ke ra biko ke mara yo nna ka se reka thai e turang so ya 1.5 ko ba thai as long as le green ya bo ma 250 di teng mo di-shopong ka tsamaya bo di tsa bo di-Edgars ka tsamaya ka e batla ga ke kry a re mama wa itse papa ga ka ba ngadile gore ga ka ngala a ka ithekela thai ena ke mmotsa gore mara ba o rialo a re wa gopola pakete sa cat guy ka ana kwatile fale kore like a kere nna as nne yes ka reka dilo mo ntlo mare ke tsamaya ke ntse ke kgatha tšhelete fale le fale ka itse gore tšhelete e dirisiwa yang ga ke fela full plastic especially monna le mo monneng wa ka bana ke bone ka yang for full plastic mo bona so ke ipotsa gore kganya 2015 up until now kana ntho ene morevitho dintwa tsa 2015 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 7 years mara ngwana ka sentse a kgone go gopola gore 2015 ga lapa ga kwatile fa le relwa o na kgonne go tsamaya a tsa tšhelete a ithekela so nou yana e bona gore ga isa ba e lebale so sometimes re tsenya bana mo e leng gore re ba tsenya mo situation tse e leng gore ke tsa rona but ra ba imetsa at the same time so nna if ne ke le aware before gore le ga e le gore maybe nako teng I was at fault I was at fault to be honest ne I was the one very wrong I accept and ka itse ne ke le wrong and ka apologize it maar if like the way ke buang ka teng if e be tsagala nou yana no go paka dibeke tsa because ke bone gore e affectile bana yang gona no go se kgone bona nou yana e affectile bana yang so hello Tido
Hello.
hi Tido
Angudla.
yebo
Okay. Hi Hospital and everyone. Now I just wanna speak on behalf of the kids, ne? I grew up with both my parents, they were married. My mom passed away in 2020, but they were still married when they passed away. So I just want to say to the people who are listening, ne, and who are doing this thinking that they're doing it for the kids, it does not benefit them in any way. Ne? From my experience, because I believe my mom also stayed in her marriage because she was doing it for us. But growing up, Kimoboni, I see happy. So there were some things that she couldn't do to her full potential because of lenyalo ana dutse ko lona a go etsetsa rona, but at the end of the day it did not benefit her. It did not even benefit us as kids on top. So I would say now I am aware, and I would say from their relationship I looked at it in a sense of I can now tell what I don't want from a man or from a guy. Ne? So on my side, it kind of taught me the things that I need to look out for that I don't want. My dad was a great father, but I feel who the husband part, I wouldn't say he was the best husband. So I just want to say for people out there who are there for the kids, it does not benefit the kids, it does not benefit you also. So now I would say I'm open-minded and I took this in this way. But for other kids, they might take it differently. Maybe e ka ba di-step sekolong, e ka ba di-step bophelong, kapa di-relationship ngwana a nahana hore this is how love is supposed to be because this is what they're growing up around. So on my side, for now, it was just something that I knew I need to look out for, and I knew the things that I would not settle for. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my darling, for being very short, straight to the point. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, a re zame go nna short ne. Ke batla gore o mo loma a se ka ra bua sebaka ne. Tsena fela, go to the point. O bona go le sharp, o bona go se sharp, or what? Just like that, guys. Hi, Malebu. Malebu. I keep forgetting Malebu. The train is moving. Malebu ka honza. Okay. Come on. Mlangeni, Catherine.
Hello.
Hello, Kath.
Hello, hello.
Hello, dear.
Hi, Butilo. Hi, everyone. Guys, I just want to talk about add on the topic today, ne? And now
Yeah.
I'm 32 years old right now. Ne? I have a 4-year-old daughter. So I was married to this guy. Okay. The guy is a doctor by profession. Fine. I met this guy. I think when I met him, I was in a peak. Yaga. When I go, I'm in demand. I'm a pretty lady. I'm in demand. But this guy have it life in Yaka. I'm very, no. I know. No. Actually, this guy, first date car when I'm going to marry you. I'm like, no, wow, you guys always say that to us. You'll never get married to me. What? You're just wasting my time. I'm gonna marry you. Honestly, guys, we didn't date for a very long time. Like long, like maybe we dated 1 year, 6 months, or 4 months. This guy went home, paid lobola. Fine. Hi, that time I'm thinking, oh, yo, things are now okay. Paid lobola. After lobola, shortly after that, are ngwana. That time they get the advertising, the ad agency, skinner ad agency, advertise about the pads, all those things. So we are based in Van der Bay. So now most of the time, Joburg, Joburg. I started a cutter that thing. I know I don't have a wife. I thought I up and down. Now when I come back, you are on your way from Joburg. No, that thing, no. Anyway, hey, no, hey, no, let me just do this. I mean, this is what I love, and I'm truthfully, so I'll provide. That guy, I cut. I stopped doing that. Fine. I became a housewife now. Mamela, guys, that time I'm still young. I became a housewife. Fine. Kontlong re na le helper. We don't have a child. Re na le helper a tlang ka matsatsi. After I cut that movement, I want a child. No, let me just, I want to focus on my career, career in shape. Now that I don't do this whole things, the body advertising and stuff, can I do something? No. I'll buy you a car, I'll buy you a house. Guys, fast forward, I became pregnant. I surrendered. Okay, fine. And when I'm Chapagang, I remember the Hana Mofangwana. Do you want me to call a meeting? And I knew it was how so Kenyabo Uncle Bomang. Oh, I'm a go ahead tabaka on Shabbat because they'll be like, when you almost was it's one of it. I surrendered Fangwana. When I got 2017 November. Throughout, let me just say, first trimester, that guy wasn't there. Can't do it. The morning sickness didn't sharp. That guy wasn't there. As not no, you'll be fine. I'm the only thing I know is I'm medication. Try this one. But for him to be there, he wasn't there. Guys, we were used to go out, live the high profile friends by. I remember when I was 5 months pregnant, we went to this highly dinner, with friends. When we got there, the couple, it was the first time the couple discovered that I'm pregnant, and the other couple never the other one by engagement. So it's that intro. I introduce and no. Family member family member accomplish in congratulations. Then congratulate okay couple they're expecting. That was the first time. I was 5 months going for 6. That guy started being a father. He started being there for me, fine, doing this and that, fine. If you think that was something else, the baby ahlaya sharp ngwana qeta hlaya the narcissist characters ka qala di bona jwale this guy started being abusive verbally jwale a ntjwetsa hore like I'm sorry to quote this every time when I hear Mohali Somezi used to say you bring nothing to the table but a pretty face. That was me. That was my daily bread. I'm telling you are bringing nothing but just a pretty face. Okay, shortly after one 3 months, I got an internship on the Commerce Valley. I started working. Now you become frustrated again. Now I'm working. Because now I'm like, no, we're not doing. We had to find a full-time nanny now. I'm Mewal Soto, fine. Now I'm working. Mama, like it totally next to the stipend. How much is your stipend? There was never a day I buy this or what. No, that guy is not about to. Every morning I wake up and it's office. You show up, you look good. Wait the makeup. Wait I show you the color detail. Show you he will drop me off. I am 17. Pick me up. Even if I'm late, I'll have to wait for him. Or whatever. No, call a taxi. Request a taxi. You drop you off control. I was like, but home, fine. But I'll be like, but why are we not using separate cars? Then his excuse will be, no, again, we need to bond. I feel control one out thing, so we can't bond. Stupid me. I'm thinking this guy wanga at that time. Hey, guys. Fast forward, the internship I fell. Already when I met him, the company that I registered in 2014, where I do construction, a lot of things, deliver and supply and all that. So this company obviously registered, but I put it on hold. Fine, now after the contract ifela, okay, after my internship, I got a job or Maspala Wabana le like a service provider. So they took us Kenya on that contract. That contract, that guy on Shapa, physical and Shapa. Guys, let me tell you, abusing it. I remember the night and Shapile. Every time I'm Shap, Alasala Japaka. in my house. We stay in an estate. Then estate ho na le di-townhouse, re dula ka di-townhouse zone. Guys, diaparo tsa ka di lahlehelwa ka ntle, di tletse fela. Every now and then ha re lwana, that guy will do that. That was my daily bread. Ne ke tsela kore auntie ne re phela le ena. I always say thanks to that mme o till date. Mme o tlo thola a thotse a itse tu a shebile ngwana mosebetsi wa kapa phutha dintho a phutha a nke ngwana ba dula ka kamoreng for a ska bona ma wa utlwa hona ntho half e qeta subside mme lo tla lata diphahlo tsa ka a di kenye ka stay softing a di aine a di pakela di khutsetse back. I remember at 2019 this guy did that to me on a Sunday. And sharper, sharper. That night, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I can't live like this. Maponisa are go and open a protection order for this guy. I went and opened protection. I'm scared because I'm like, I'm in a contract. I get permanent. Maspali. Kinale contract. This guy unali chele. Fine. I went. Protection order. This protection order, what is this? What the fuck is this? When get a protection order, oh, guys, mamela, ne se ke phela bophelo bo ba hore nna ke mo buletse protection order everywhere. Ha bua fela nna ke mo buletse protection order, ke batla tshwarwe, ke batla ho mesmerizer career ya hae. Oh, guys, jwale se ke ipotsa why did I open this? Why did I go and do protection order? Now look, my life is a mess. Yo, guys, hey. Fine, we went to court. I remember that magistrate. What's happening? Guys, when I look at both of you, both young, beautiful couple, what's the problem? I don't even know. I can say because I think go home, man, and sort your things out. Look at your wife when and that. Look at your husband. This man is independent. Man. What is this? What's that magistrate? I remember she just said that. Never said anything wrong. When you are wrong, like no, man. Okay. Fine, fast forward 2020 May, I lost my mom. Guys, abuse I stop physically stopile, but verbally internal. Oh, yeah, no matter with he's that guy epitome of a narcissist at core. And let me tell you guys, it's very important to how can I move in a relationship. It doesn't matter or accomplish in life background check. Background check is very important. Check out because those things now that I'm outside, no man, this person, it's because of background check. Yeah, this guy was raised out of survival, not out of love. He doesn't know anything about love. He just said to himself, let me just go to school, focus, study, and after studying, I accomplish whatever. Then now, and I want to get married. But that guy knows nothing about love. He was raised by his stepfather. I'm blessed straight to asa hudilo na ngwanaka mo ha o kuena mo ha o thotse ile one night stand. Guys, let me go back and say this. There was a system in a bit of trace. I was very much aware of Hatzim Tatoa. One player stepfather Saka who passed away in 2014, shortly before Lalena didn't Basiras. So yeah, so I was raised by my stepfather. So he passed away. So no siblings go high. Fine. I remember, guys, that weekend, please ask your mom. I refer the details and Tatoa because it's been 11 years. But there's a system. I want to try it out. Maybe I can find your father. So information John Foster police station he's from Gianni, Samuel Mpompo. Fine, but my ex yena unkile surname yabo mme wa hae, because the guy that why was never there. That do umsile anale 3 months a tsamaya. Fine. Ke re ka kopa o kope mama a re sendele di details tsa ntate wa hao re kgone ho bona hore nka mothola jwang. Guys, I remember it was 8 digits, not 8, if not 8 or 7 digits ID number. Then mabitso ona na hlaya hantle hore ke mang sharp. Ke nka that paper, the paper ela ya khale. Fine, ke nka ha ke fihla mosebetsing ke trace mosebetsing ho na le system e nngwe ba reng ke trace ne. This system it tracer like everyone a kila bana le bond, batho ba sa patalang di rates and tax and all that ba khona ho tracer on that system. Okay, fine. I can trace this guy because he was a policeman. Surely maybe na le bond or whatever. Let me try. Get toilet this. It took me maybe 2 days to find that high. Guys, Haki Mutola, I remember I asked Haki Bonus name. I could tell this name it's either Venda or Shangani somewhere there. So I'm like, this person Haki Mufone kana gabana le problem ya language barrier. So I asked my colleague, I'm like, hey, kopo nthusa ka language motho ona ke batla bua le this person. Ke mlela my colleague the story. I remember my colleague Kathy, whether you're not working, you are busy now looking for people. We laughed about it. Fine. Cause colleague yaka a phone a bua le motho ona. Ba bua na go telele batho bana ga go tlo ba reng ba bua what's her colleague yaka. Fine. I'm like, hey Muna, what's happening? I'm sitting there, I'm like anxious. So what's happening? What's up? It's got call. Colleague yaka had drop a phone. Are you ntato o a re since a batla ngwana hae o qeditse ngwana hae a na le 3 months a isitse my husband mmewa hae ko Orange Free State ha bo mmewa wa my husband. Is the right guy. Yes, it's the right guy. This guy o re since a batla ngwana but na sa tsebe hore o tlo starta guy. Fine, exchange di number ona mo. Fine, ke tla mfounela. Fine, re tla founa kapa mzala o tla founela ntate wa hae. Cool. I remember, guys, that day I was so excited. Ka lunch ka bale the office tsa rona the front opposite ke saloon. I went to the saloon, I did my hair, ka mfounela a tshwara phone. Okay, I'm assuming he's busy. Eventually he got back to me. Dude, guess what? I found your father. What? Yes, I found your father. His name Kiena Ososo Udula, village in so Limpopo. You must be kidding, I'm serious. Babe, can we take half day, both me and you? We took half day. We went out lunch, we had drinks, we were so happy. Later, I remember, guys, get a video now. I'm recording the conversation. Tatona, hey, wanaka. Ke khale ko batla man ke sa tsebe hore ke tla o thola kae. What's I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy. You can come at any time. I remember, guys, it was in May. It wasn't in May. Maybe it was April because we drove there down to Limpopo. The first May that week, holiday year, Workers' Day. We drove there, just me and him. We went. We were so welcomed. This guy was so happy. He came. Go. If I recall today, how I'm saying that guy you know what? Thank you for this. Thank you for this. But I remember the weekend, the very same year. I mean, towards the end, December, the very same year, Raya Limpopo, the first time now, real family, we went down there. That guy has not abused usual in front of but Babuang language, yes, I understand him, which is stronger, me and him, language, I understand that. Guys, can you believe when I got there? Nerile mo for Ausua High, the oldest. Okay, we discovered to Habana by 19. That one Alabama by 19. Fine. Motoka Fita, Nelwan about 20. Fine. A big family. Fine. Then when we got there, Nerile for the negotiation, Lobola negotiations are one of the sisters. Fine. When we got there, we're not doing a celebration, blah blah blah. Then my husband told me, okay, again. He once told him, no, I have I go Limpopo. Then we were like, no, this thing, it needs to be properly arranged, because le batho ba Free State, they need to be told then who you cannot just go there with some sebetsi batho ba habo lona ba le siyo. Fine. That was the agreement was, we'll come back at Easter, then we'll do sebetsi. Fine. Guys, when we got there, I think it's December. My husband bought a cow with some sebetsi. Hi bo. Fine. I know, guys, I get it. Guys, they've got a way of doing things. I'm shocked how the Shanganis do things. What am I got the veg? Who order who are the fridge, the mobile fridge? Guys, I'm shocked. This guy humbly next. Guys, I'm saying this, I'll repeat. I was nothing but a pretty face. Nothing. I was just sitting there, keep on everything. Baba ngata. Family, baba ngata. Everyone is doing this. What cabbage? I'm just there. No one is telling me. I remember the only thing I earned by including Rihanna on one of the morning, the same day, the day Yamuketine, we went to the graveyards. We went to the graveyards. We can't even hear what they say. I assume that's what they were saying. We went to graveyards. Fine. We came back. Guys, I was nothing. When we came back, this guy never said to me, hey, you know what? Or whatever. Nothing. But what I could see, spender, everything Mamela, it was a fancy muketi that I've never seen in my life. Muketi offensive, veggie, variety. Fine. I kept quiet. 2020, Mutona Satsuma familiar high now. So nobody WhatsApp group. I'm excluded. Fine. I don't mind because not good language anyway. Fine. 2020, mwaka atlokahala ka May. My partner was there supporting me. Fine. Shortly after the funeral, which was September, I'm still mourning. When I'm mourning, guys, this guy's not here. I'm mourning alone. This guy is not here. Fine. Oh, by the way, Hafisha go Limpopo. That's what I realized of Limpopo. Why they were treating me the way they were treating me. It's because he told them protection order. Protection order against him. So hence now I add the puzzle. Oh, that's why these people were not mean, but they were excluding me. No one was like caring. Obviously, so hence they were treating me that way. Fine. And let me tell you guys, which is my daughter. Yeah, outsider. That just only me. Fine. I remember one of the I don't know Vita in language Makoti, when you go back to Joburg, you don't have to have a nanny, a helper anymore. You must learn to do things yourself. It's unnecessary that Uputi must be paying a helper, yet you are there. I was like, I didn't act funny or anything, but I was surprised. Why are you telling me how to run my household? Anyway, it's fine. I could just see, okay, these things they discuss, it's fine. 2020, my mom passed away. This guy was there, playing umkwenyana duties, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Shortly after my mom passed away, it was in September. My birthday is in September. So I decided to, you know what? It was shortly after lockdown, now. So I have a friend who owns a travel agency. So I'm like, you know what, friend, can you arrange us a trip to Durban? Just for 3 days, man, just to I want to go with my family. But I want to surprise my husband because we've been in the house for a long time. So but I want it to be a family trip. So my friend comes back to me and she's like, no, friend, the prices now, they're low. So I think if we can make it 5 days, it can still be around your bracket. Okay, fine. We went to Durban. we planned this thing at Deben. Guys, I gotta remember I said this thing was a surprise. While I'm planning this thing, I can see this guy now, he's being worse. This person,
Yeah.
what's what fitla, a pakela beke, at a man. I could unannounced about 12 midnight, those awkward hours. This guy now, maybe what I feel actually someone come or what, because he wouldn't come back for 2 days. Maybe got a third day or fourth day, he'll come back. The next morning, I do it, I clap it, I pack it back at the So that was his life now. Fine. And then I decided, no, I know. Okay, guys, let me go back shortly. My mother, before she passed away, I remember very well. I became so emotional. Sorry about that. My mom, she called me bedroom. It was on Wednesday. My mom answered ka meaning on top. My mom said to me, one, she said, I wish hore otole Atli, which is my daughter. I wish hore otole Atli habona le habona. That was number one. Two, I want you to leave this guy. This guy hano yetsa tsa next. Guys, let me tell you, till today, I pretended as if aka utlwa go moka o itseng. I remember very well ka ma o reng yaba moka, she never repeated herself. She said those words, she never repeated herself, then quiet. On Thursday, my mom passed away. Thursday, 12 midday, my mom passed away. Guys, in Honda, I'm like, mama, but I remember, today I recall we say but I pretended as if I got we say. And you know what's surprising now is that this person is here. Shortly after my mom passed away, he came through. He was there, doing that. So I'm like, because my mom was sick, so Mutasa Kulawul, you end up thinking, no, she's sick because she's saying those things because maybe I and you end up thinking maybe hence she was saying those things. Fine. Guys, shortly after we buried my mom, plan up trip ya Durban. This guy now has a guys. Has a like hey. Oh, after that, Azamisa auntie. Auntie also to Amzamaisa. Guys, without my will. Ablela auntie Tamaya, Hutele back home. Auntie and Uruna, who is a Hutele high, Alobona Bana, because since I'm not for lockdown. However, not a phone, Lamoblela, Ahutele control. My helper outside sound now is selling na lengwana control. Guys, I'm a housewife. I don't to get my company now. I'm like, you know what? Let me try do this tender things. What those tender things, guys? You need to be active. How do I become active? Everywhere I go, my child was 2 years then. Everywhere I go, and I could see this thing get faster. Jono untshwere still. Guys, this guy ona khona hore anke the key anke koloi I driver abanka le di key tsa koloi e nna ke driver e nna maybe ke hlapile ke feditse ke re ke a tswa a ke sheba di key di kae di key di ha ke mo founela a tshware call tsaka clearly. Guys, o nkile di key ha khutla the day a khutlang di key di teng ha ke re di key se ke di bona di teng, meaning this guy ona nka di key. Guys, this guy ona nka anke le remote, like remote your TV, or I shouldn't watch TV. I must be a mess. Anke le remote your TV, remote your the other bedrooms. So it's a connect to the cable. Guys, as women, you don't really know which cable MV, but I connect I connect. Yo, guys, I stayed. What is this? And guys, I remember the other day, Rilwana, mme wa hae a le teng actually a tsa mme ola a thola mme ola a thola too. I've never seen my mother-in-law mme ola a thola mme ola azang are guys nane my mother could have just said mamelang luna, if this is how you guys are living in this house then you guys you cannot fight naglite. Or my mom could have said then you come back fight, because if you are fighting in this house you guys are disrespecting me. Meola ola thola guys ra ngwapana wa lwaniwa ha fetsa mo guys. The next day my husband anka mme wa hae anka mme wa hae akupa little brother hae o na kena in one of the university close to us. So ngwana ola guys ne tshwana le ngwana aka, even before ke bana le ngwana ola na phela ka ntlo ya ka. How see I know I cannot bring clothes until we'll do your wash your clothes, we'll do the ironing. I'll see this and this. I was there. That day my husband akupa ngwana bona a tle le a to drive another car, meaning ke sale ke sena koloi. Guys, after that wa it was mme wa hae fine. Oh ha tsamaya ne a ke ka bedroom ha tsamaya a tla plaka o pakela bag o ya habo for a couple of days. Ha tsamaya a tla plaka in the bedroom are, when I come back you should be out of my house. I remember I took my phone, I connected Lira. I played Lira no monga hamba. Linda, I retaliated. I played that song, I kept quiet. Apakela kata are mwa. Atswa ba tsamaya. My mother-in-law a khutla ka kena ka kamreng ya ka. O sale hantle ngwanaka, but ho sale hantle teng we bona hore it's not that. Aya ho school sa hae a fitla mo fa di kisses, bye bye gogo sa tsamaya o kwa bye. They went. When they got to the Free State, guys, no one called me. I'm talking about my mother here, my mother-in-law. She never called me to say, because me all hanale in my house, guys. I would go all out. I would go all out for her. Fine. No one had said anything to me. 2 days later, I think it was around 3:03, I received a call from my mother-in-law. Hey, Kathy. Hi, how are you? Get right, Mama. What's happening? Hey, brother was involved in an accident. Yeah, what? Hey, your husband was involved in an accident. Hey, kukupa wote ngwanaka. No. Kere mama. Kita ka eng? No. Ubone nako ke nako ma. Then you want me to come? Go Free State. Ka eng? I don't have a car. I can't dikoloi di dinkile tsa etsa convoy. So I don't have a car. Ngwanaka re tla etsa jwang hle kapo re rome onana a tla tlo lata kere whatever e ka etsang, but I don't have a car. I cannot come to the Free State now. Guys, if I'm that time I'm still thinking Linda but accident is okay in 12 midnight I get a call. My husband's friend, like homeboy, like a home friend, maybe when he's down there with Sheila and all that, the guy passed away. They were together in the car, meaning the guy was in a passenger seat. Guys, Mercedes-Benz, it's gone, finished, like done.
Ish.
I get a call to the guy was in hospital, the guy passed away. So now remember I'm in Van der Bay. People are in Free State, but go Free State. I'm not there. So now I need to hang on the call. I hold on the phone, then I was like, okay, I'll come the next day. The next day, I asked my dad, okay, the very same night, I asked my dad is days go Alberton. I'm like, I need to go to Free State. My dad was like, okay, I'll come in the morning and drop you a car. Indeed, my dad came around Cabo 9, brought me a car and left. Fine. Guys, when I was preparing Free State, my child started getting sick. My child started getting weak. Mwana akula. I took the child to the doctor. And the worst part, so So I was like, there's no way I can take my child with. Car sitting, then I'm driving. And what if anything could happen to my child? I didn't drive to Free State that day. But let me tell you, that day, everyone, guys, nampatla. Hey, oh, guy, I can come. Then, rather, now our phone. Love, oh, guy, I'm not okay. I'm here at home. I have this situation. She needs my attention. Eventually, the next day, obviously, I know there will be a funeral, obviously. Guys, I can feel like go Free State, driving my dad's car now. I get there. They need to understand what happened because while on were Mercedes, Mercedes over 10. Go get it homicide. So get the investigations. Focus at the habo brother, I don't understand what story or whatever. Hey, when I get there, tense. Then after shortly later, I asked Mama, I'm like, Mama, I need to understand certain things. I'm like, so funeral. Then I know the reason why we yesterday is because we wanted to go, but it's this morning. Okay, then no, those people they understand it was an accident. Okay, fine, at least. So so how are we going to help? Because now, yes, it was an accident, but it's when you were driving. So how are we helping the family? Get the preparations at funeral. Then what were you thinking? No, I don't know your pockets. How deep are your pockets? I don't know. Would you be able to buy a casket, a cow, veggies, what? Fine. The brother, now I'll buy. Let's buy. Will buy the veggies and like anything about the veggie, the kuku, about those things. Guys, I'm in Frankfurt in Free State. Now I have to arrange, Koval, where I'm staying, making phone calls, calling the bakeries, because in the Free State, I don't know anyone there. Here am I again making arrangements. Guys, when I get to Free State, that car, there was the other car, I had the next. This car I was like, okay, fine. But I pretended as if I Boni next. When I got there, fine, get the arrangement. I'm calling Van der Bale, I'm calling the veggie in. The veggies are delivered. Remember, it was not that time, COVID, right? So funeral, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday. Fine. The people from Limpopo now, they're coming through. People from Limpopo, they're coming through Ntatwa High and the sisters and the husband's sisters. Guys, let me tell you, my mother-in-law refused for that family to sleep Kontlunya High. I get Lena, she's married now. The husband passed away. My mother-in-law no, they need to get accommodation. Guys, I'm checking about the house is big enough to accommodate. Obviously, it's a fella that night, but the visitors, they need to get, preference. Ex ya high. This another surname. Now Elena, she's married. Banaba high, but yeah, guys, I was like, you know what? Can't we find a B&B around here? We found a B&B, guys. They went, they slept there. When we went to the funeral, we came back, guys. Anything to eat. When we get to the house, I will replace nama how divorce or fella baja something then batamai. Please. Please, you'll get it. Guys, funeral feta sharp. Now, I'm planning to go to Durban, right? So that's when Mr. was now. After the incident, guys, after through everything, that guy now next. I mean, Kimang na. He went back to his act. They went. Oh, champagne, girls, whatever. Fine, fun. Ew. I went back to that life. I was like, God, it's fine. If this is your will, it's painful, but it's okay. I stayed there. Guys, I need to be frank with you. My worry with Silo was that financially I wasn't stable at all. At all. So I was like, to top it up, I have a child. Fine. We went, this guy has a Dulantung. I don't know. I cancelled the trip. I canceled. My friend said, no, don't cancel. Just go there. Brother, take one of your friends with a lane. I took one of my friends. We went to Free State. We went to Durban. When we got to Durban, guys, I get a call from police. The police barry without permission. Okay. So then una batla ho etsang? Ntate una batla ngwana hae. O batla ngwana hae. Okay, fine. I mean, this place is also my gates in Durban. You guys can come little ngwana. But this is my child. I took the child without his consent because every time I keep send the message like anoya. So I get that guy had the message I'm going to Durban and I'm taking the child with. Guys, when I came back to Durban, fast forward, I'm back. I came back in Durban Saturday, Sunday. Okay, I feel Saturday. Kitola ulokile main bedroom. So I can't access a main bedroom. Fine. Yeah, guest bedroom. Kitola found Saturday, Sunday. Now we are back to now the helper Atlanka Matsatsi. Monday that helper was there. Fine. The helper, I remember I woke up that morning, I'm like, yo, today I feel like repair maotwana. Kinta maotwana fridging, get telaka potong, then I'm cooking. Get la mo aboy. Like my husband, lima police. How? What's happening? Hey, there's 2 police guys, Barry. Hi, ma'am. We are here to serve you with this. Can you please sign? What is this? Guys, I don't know what is that form because in Wala the section what. I'm like, what is this? We don't know, but you need to be in court at this date. Fine. I sign, I keep the form. Then I'm wondering, this form, guys, I can do this sometime. I'm like, you know what? Let me just drive to court. Let me go to court and try to understand what's happening here. I went to court, guys. When I get to court, I remember I was helped by this white Magogonyan. This white Magog was like, oh, I went there. I was like, no, I received this form. What does this form mean? What is this? Then Magog was like, oh, your husband was here. He wants a full custody of a child. I'm like, what? Full custody of a child, because we're staying together. What is this? Magog, no, are you guys not divorcing or something? I'm like, no, we're not divorcing. No, I don't know. This guy wants full custody of a child. Guys, I was panicking. I remember that Magogo made a document where my husband, it's like an affidavit of, they call it affidavit law, explaining why he wants a child, right? First, he said, I took the child to Durban without his consent. That was his main thing. To say, I took the child to Durban without his consent, so he wants a full custody of a child. Fine, then he wrote this whole nonsense, when they want to blackmail you. They wrote an affidavit for when someone is blackmailing you, you are like this, you are like that, you are like that. Fine. We went to court. The day you called Yafita, I went to court. I had to find a lawyer, went to court. When we get to court, magistrate, now it's a different magistrate. Children court. When we get there, the magistrate says, immediately, that woman was like, have you ever been separated with your child from birth? I was like, no. I'm dismissing this with immediate effect. Because you have means, can you please excuse yourself in the household? Because when I read here, you guys are staying in the same household, right? We both agreed, yes. Excuse yourself. We are not chasing you away from your house. We're saying excuse yourself because you guys can't stay in the same household. You guys are fighting. Clearly, you guys are fighting. And she's still young. So please, if you want to visit your child, you have to contact them 24 hours before. Fine. We went to court. Then, brother, guys, that day, pitch black. He didn't come for like maybe 3 days. Eventually he came. Then Anka di phahlo tsa hae, fine, but not all of them, like few. Guys, on the other innocent day, I'm minding my own business. Everywhere where I go, I'm taking my child with now. Fine. Oh, okay. Anyone could ask Rwana why Anasai scratch. It was that time, yeah, COVID.
Okay, Catherine, where's the guy as we speak? Catherine?
Sorry?
Hello? Where is the guy as we speak?
Hello?
Yeah, but now guy.
Oh, that's back home.
Oh, so
I'm still in the house, guys, by the grace. Yeah, that
okay.
He lost his job. I don't know what happened. I don't even want to know what happened. But all I know is that he lost his job. He moved back to the Free State. I'm currently staying in the house, Lengwana, right now. My house, guys, since it's up from 2020, my house, he stopped paying for the house at 2020. How I'm still in this house till today, I don't know. How I'm surviving till today, but I do not know. Now, I do not. When I say God, guys, will show up and show off. I do not know. My child she's just a happy. She's now 4. She's 4 years now. She's a happy soul. Guys, it's only now that I'm finding myself. It's only now I'm finding myself. Guys, now in my estate, me a before I started that was me. Now, guys, my securities go gating. My sister, are you okay? My sister's kawara. I can't see next. Guys, some night, this guy came in my house. The next morning, the security told me that the guy was there. My sister, we are worried. This guy was all lemata. But he came about 11. We don't know Nabatam. We even thought maybe you guys have sorted things out. But my sister, the guy, I had to go to the security, the office, remove his
access. Yeah. Catherine. Line go e kare e bad. I don't know gore go etsagalang. Your line seems to be bad. Guys, one next time, ke kopa ntho one next time, ke kopa respectaneng and re cover out in a different way. Le nna ke kgone go bua, but a ke kgone ba dilo ka sequence e right. I don't know gore go etsagatseng ka network gage. Like a se ra felana pele, we don't know gore go bueng ga gage o na thusa mang fan. Maybe someone o don't have the very same problem, or someone na le the similar problem. Then o fa go comforta motho mo wa tlhaloganya. So a se ka rana re time is up. Sharp. Next time I go women's conference whereby re bua everything face to face, rather than face to face. Because now already 5 minutes, but then how fella na motho pelo like le nna le mpha pressure ga tsere ga ke ba di comment ba di mpha pressure gore ke montshe ke tsenya motho mo a go shapo yalo. Guys, let's talk are bue maybe like since maga tlhofa 2020 like le motho na le emotional maybe maga since tlhofa ka 2020 ha isa ma kre platform e leng gore khone go bua na go bua fela go a thusa. Guys, and it's also the good news maga tla le fa sona ha re fetsa it's again it's bad. Nna re na le bana ba banyana guys ba e leng gore rona tle be re ithuta ka bone ka lona go tla requesta gape ke one ma batho a se ka ra felela pele a se ke ra fela nna pelo mosadi ke go ngatana and ke sure gore ka o motsotso guys le shapa ke vaslapa le shapa ka di vaslapa no yena yeah yes girl
Hello ma, okay,
yes madam ta bona kae
ke gona.
yeah kopa gore o tse sone go na le email utlwa go na le email engwe ke batlang go e bona right now so go tlo kopa gore re tsamayeng fast because if ke tswa mo live it means re tlo misa out so kopa gore re zameng go gobane go a le email engwe ya botlhokwa a life changing email ke kry-ile so go the consider mo yone after ke le fana kwa lona but otherwise a se collab yes darling
I I was not going to be long.
mm.
Family and Osibutelo. I heard people talking, basadi ba bolela le banna. And this is the topic that I normally engage with because ke fitile mo, tse dingwe ke sa le mo tsona, re basadi re a phela. You'll see what is happening with the next and fail to see what is happening mo wena. But my point mo family ke nyaka o tlisa this. First point ba boletse taba gore batswadi ba rena ba begetsetse and then ba put up pressure mo rena. And some of us now we are still doing that. My plea ke gore why can't we come with a solution ya gore re ska ya ka gore bana ba rena ba dire the same mistake. A ke tsebe gore ke a kwagala na.
Yes.
Because ntho ha e thome ka ra marriage. I've talked with a lot of people. Ba bang ba bona o kare ke bolela ntho nngwe maybe ke unjust or what. It starts with the relationship. He wena o ratana le motho e le mojolo nje o kgotlella nonsense o re motho o tlo change the day a o nyetseng. It won't happen. So my plea ke gore if now le di-platforms tsa rena and not even the platforms only, mo di-platforms we can try and advise each other. But go di-family, let's teach our boy child and a girl child gore if it's not working, if there's a different, just one to a point you feel like when you cannot swallow with your person, it's best to cut off things.
Yeah.
Yes, it said that embrace my weak points and to share my strong points. There are some weak points that you cannot swallow. And problem ya rena ke gore o ipotsa gore no, it's still starting motho o tla change. Character motho I change and hate ya motho I change. And this is a generational curse. Ho ka lebella banna ba ileng gore ba sotla ka basadi. Their parents have been abused. And ya ja ngwanola. So now ngwanola o dila ka ntwela e grow ko yena. That is my point, family ya gore let's try and nurturing our kids that even if it's just a relationship and you've got differences, cut it off. Thank you.
Yes, amen. Amen. Thank you, Madali. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Osaka. Thank you so much. Yeah. Guys, was la paketaba? Was la paketaba? Was la paketaba? Was la paketaba? Hello, boss lady.
Firstly, I would like to apologize for Kathy man because I'm the one of the people that kept on saying she must round off because Nikinali meeting and I wanted to say something quickly. My apologies, dear, if you're still on this live. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just needed a little bit of time and sharing my experience, and I really understand where you're coming from. I think I've been there, though it might have not been that severe, but I've been there. Going back to the topic that at 23, I was a divorcee with 2 kids. I'm 34 today with no regrets. Reason being, had I stayed in the marriage because of kids, there are possibilities that I would have damaged my kids. And then there are possibilities that we could have damaged each other. So I still believe, Hore, staying in a marriage because of kids, it doesn't help us as parents and it doesn't even help the kids.
you end up teaching kids to understand a different perspective about marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing. For the mere fact that me and the next person didn't work out doesn't mean that marriage is not a beautiful thing. There are people who are married. Personally, I'm from a family where my mom and dad, they were married. I've seen beauty in marriage. Hence, till today, I still believe in marriage because I've seen an amazing marriage from my parents, and that marriage still stick with me. And I still believe that one day I'm gonna get a guy that is gonna give me that particular marriage. But staying in a relationship, in friendship, in a marriage based on kids or whatever, it's not healthy for all of us, for the kids and for you as an individual. It's better that you leave while it's early, not that damage, and embrace life with somebody else in the future, taking the good experiences that you got from that marriage, the do's and the don'ts that you had in that marriage, to better your relationship in the future. Kids sometimes ba golang ka mo relationships tse e le goreng they're abusive, they damage them a lot. Maybe like I know people that, or I know that my ex-husband was one of them, and I know what it did to him till today. I think maybe we need to high for and to understand. And he didn't have as a child. So now personally, I wouldn't advise anybody else to stay. Oh, am I better now?
Yeah, you are okay.
So now personally, I wouldn't advise anybody else to stay. Yeah, I wouldn't advise anybody else to stay in a marriage because of kids. I wouldn't advise anybody to stay in a relationship because of kids. If it's toxic, leave. If not for you, or if not for that person, leave for the sake of peace. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, boss lady. Like, straight to the point. Kgothatsa Mogela. Thank you so much, boss lady. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. Mamang o ne ka mo tsenya okay o ga tsene. I kitse who's next, guys? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Ke tsenya mang? Maggie. Come on. Maggie kana kwana song update. Okay. Yaka admin assistant yaka. Yeah, guys.
Hello.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. La one Catherine are guys. This was my very first time coughing out my situation. Thanks for listening. Last kara ra se na go khasha motho wa bona gore like ka nnete ke gona kra platform e leng gore na voice out. Yes, Ntswaki.
Kopa mo kenya back. I won't be long. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to town. That's all I need. Catherine.
Okay. Catherine request for ga speed ge. Catherine request for ngwana go ga. Request for mo girl. Request for ga speed. 2 minutes ba bua le wena, and a re tsere gore ke leng guys. Ara pop pum. Ha gena di starlight ke be ke motho wa di starlight. Catherine. Yeah man. Ha gena sonsele. Catherine request for ka speed mo girl re ga. I'm happy gore like I'm so happy. Wa bona ke ntse ke tsang happy. Ke tlo ntse ke tsang complete tse nna tse. E seng sa bana ga le nkitsipile tse yes motho a re guys ke buile ke kgobotlolotse yes tlhaloganye lona makhethezo mosadi ya doctor hey modimo a go maso ngwanaka
I bona.
yes
Catherine, I know.
Hello.
I don't know. Hello, Catherine. I don't know if you are a believer or you don't believe go badimo. I go to Mama Questa. I know. Bona. I Mama Your mom is fighting for you in her grave. She is turning. Bona.
Absolutely.
She is leaving no stone unturned. I know. You know, I always say to people, o ska sekela motho ha o tsebe sedimo sa hae. Just Nedgar, ha o tsebe sedimo sa motho. But your husband was a coward. E ne le moleko le mae. But your mom saw you, the pain no le mo yona, o na e feel, but yena ka gore ka situation a na le mo go yona, she couldn't do much because nako ya hae o na e bona gore e fitlhile, but she made a vow that she will fight for you. She fought for you. And she is still fighting for you.
Thank you.
Good things are still coming to your life. Good things are still coming to your life, sweetheart. Whenever you miss mama, ya ko kamoreng ya hao o light kerese o rapele o bue le yena. She's always with you. I didn't want to make you cry, but I just needed to tell you that. Mama hao ke ska. Wa bona le modimo mo rapelang ke ska. O e tshware fela mo, sweetheart. You're going to heal, you're going to be okay. You had to go through those things. We took there, and you learn that when you go into another one, you will be able to spot it from a mile. That thank you so much, sweetheart. You're right. Right.
Thank you.
And extra said right.
Right already.
Into zakho ziyakhanya. Ntho tsa hao di a khanya, sweetheart. Di a khanya. Ke a leboga ge re ke tsene ma.
Yeah, and ke itumela ntho e one ge Catherine a re ga itse gore mowa wa modimo o mo fitlheletse yang, a re o ntsa nna mo ntlong ena ga e patelele, monna ga a patelele kore mare wa suffer ke mowa wa modimo kore like guys she's a living testimony kore like guys ke maketse fela hallelujah mowa wa modimo guys, mowa wa modimo wa makatsa. Motho a na le profession a bile o ipotsa gore motho o ka go nne ke doctor do ntse o di ithutile wa itse go le emotional damage, go le mental damage, go le mare still a ba tsa letlapa a ba gotla ka letlapa lana a re wena ga o Philippine mare modimo ga a showa apa, modimo ga a re ke nna modimo wa bo Abraham, wa bo Meshach, wa bo Abednego, modimo ga a tsena hell break loose. I don't wanna lie. What this lady are hana qualification arna izama zamela se la fala mar bana re modimo metsang guys ma ha wa modimo ke kwetse kana nka. Thank you so much Catherine, thank you so much Absintswagine, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yep. Yeah, me ke tsenya mang oh yeah, sorry.
Dumelang. Tshwantshitlisiwa Jesu man. Dumelang. Morning. Hello man. Tshwantshitlisiwa. He wena, ke mametse pina nngwe monate jwang. Hello bo women and men of today. Le kae mara?
Chapa malaf.
Yeah?
Ke shapo la wena?
Na moya wa ka wa halalela. Woo, today I'm spiritual. I don't know why. Why am I spiritual today?
Ke dilo re banga tsana mothaka.
Mutfao, ke re bona. Well, today you guys are touching on a sensitive topic, eh? Marriage, ne? And kids, ne? I believe as an individual you need to love yourself first before you love somebody else. When I talk about love, I talk about the inner love. As in you yourself, you know how you want to be treated. So why would you put yourself low? Regardless, and then is that kids are always at the back forth of the decisions that are made. We understand. Like you guys can take decisions now, and then for you won't see it. It's kind of like iba big. Marco waneng idula in a certain way. You understand? And two, as kids, when we see our parents go through things, from a young age, it hurts us and it helps us in a way. I won't speak much, but my mom's marriage, I'm sure she was 18 or 19 years. She carried bitterness, and I was brought to her life, and I had to be introduced to such bitterness, but in a way, ke kgonne ho mo rata. With her bitterness, ke kgonne ho mo rata in her bitterness also. And for that, I will always be like true to myself first. Like I would rather put myself first. Nkampane ka ithata nna before ke rata motho o mong on that level. And two, guys, I want you to understand that kids understand everything that is happening. They might look like they don't understand or they don't foresee situations. The smallest thing they can notice. And that thing, ba hola ba na le yona. So I think again, this barrier that we have as Black society where we don't engage with our kids is a big downfall also. I want to emphasize on that mostly because that's where I think our communication breaks between Ngwana and Mutwadi. Is because you think now because you are my parent, you've got the best heart of me. Then there's certain things you don't want to talk about, and there's certain things you don't want to address. And in you being silent, I am forced as a kid to explore, to understand. And me exploring into whatever I'm feeling, it looks like the child is being rebellious. But because I have no certain ground where I have communication, lemoaka or ntatewaka, I am forced to look for other ways to express myself. Like you were talking about hore ngwana o bone hore ha dad wa ngala o reka dintho tse turang. So him or she is understanding that if ke ngala or if things don't happen in my way, I can do this. That's a way. This is how I'm supposed to substitute if I feel in a certain way. But now that I'm saying in Black society, we need to like cut down on bana guys, be open le bana ba lona. You'll be very surprised how these kids have like things they want to say, but they are not given platforms to express themselves. Yes, like life is not perfect, and you need to explain guys, I want the best for you, but situation right now is not in my hands. The child will understand, okay, mom and dad is going through whatever they're going through, but I know that they want the best for me. But what you do is you shut down the child. So in a way, they feel isolated. So imagine like you are the mom and things is happening in the house and you are having problems with your husband. Now, okay, how do you then communicate with your child? You understand? Already thinking about it, it's a topic where not as a adult you don't want to touch. And in you not wanting to touch that topic is the most sensitive one, because that's where your child start to think, or okay, if I do this is a certain my attitude, my me reacting failures is a way of me communicating with my parents.
Yeah.
We're left with that space as a child. Oh, so if now I'm angry, I can, do this and do that. That's the only way I can get my mother's attention. So again, hence and it's not because of you guys also, because our Black families, we are taught about having secrets. So with these secrets, I always say, secret what is a secret? The depth of it. Is it because it's the first time it's happening to you, or you are just embarrassed that it's the first time, like you don't want other people to know? You understand? So the more you vouch in your secrecy, is the more you start to lose yourself again. So now I don't believe in life there's a secret, Babon, and I'm not gonna be apologetic again of whatever I feel. And I would love people to exercise that with themselves, or learn with the smallest, the slightest things, like learn to be 100% with yourself. If you don't like something, address it. It's small. It's those small bills that make you address bigger situations that make you feel uncomfortable because you've been doing it. Ukilabon. I don't know if maybe and ukilabona like ha but rona batho ba bantsho we get ko manyolong, we're always taught to keep secrets. And I feel that ideology e bolaya bana. Because out of the secrets we have ko family, the people who get affected the most are lona but ba the secrets ke bana. So hence if we can try to break out, and I think for me marriage is it's a beautiful thing, but I feel like as individuals we need to break off things that we learned from our families, and we should enhance on new teachings that would love as your marriage to grow. Like this thing, culture in a way also plays a very 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 guys, I've got too many personal issues ka culture, especially when it comes to men and women. It never depicts male and tate being on the same level, already it shows like oppression. When I'm talking about culture in effect, and how those things we like to take those things and implement them komanyalong, and then we teach our children also those things. It's okay for you to become a man because monna ha jana, monna ha etseng. And all in all, those teachings for now, I don't see them being an encouragement into our boys' behaviors, babon, because already ka culture you are already giving this boy a big head. Ukilabon. One day when ha ke ba monna, this is what I'm supposed to do, musadi, babon. And those are the type of teachings that I'm talking about. At the end of the day, we're always talking about violence in the household, where is to we need to also now break out.
Don't do that. I want this.
We need to break off those teachings that we carry on from the culture. I'm not saying don't take culture. No, I'm just saying there are certain teachings inside a culture that you need to like and say, this teaching, guys, no, I don't see it happening in my household. This one, yes, I see it happening in my household. And two, if you guys have a girl and a boy, especially children, teach them that being genuine with themselves. Like dijana must be for everybody. Ukilabona pair who pair is lessons that everybody, like a girl and a boy, we need to have. But now if you want to structure it in a way that bashimane ke bona ba etsang di garden, and already you are already killing ukilabona what can I say, stability, I mean, for now being the only girl I got advantage ka lena a lot of things because okay and I think because naneke foster I learned a lot of things, and I showed like I always showed my mom it doesn't mean because I'm female I can't do this. No, it's the ideology that you put into your child, that you are blocking your child because you are female. So the minute when you say you can't is like it's a thing. For me, I take you can't as a way of abusing, because you are boxing me, you are putting me in a box, and you are telling me that I must limit myself. And those things they catch up to me as being a grown up now, because mama said I can't. Now I think okay, now for my daughter she must also she mustn't do it. It's those type of things that I also feel like we venture into marriage with so much lessons, and half of the things that you are coming with, they're unnecessary. There are things that you supposed to bring into your marriage. So not so from home. I'm not saying that everything that we are learning from home is wrong. No, but I'm just saying that in your home, in your marriage, I think there must be your culture also. There must be a unique way about how we do things at home. From now, I think that's it's a root of a good way or good living, because I feel like in a home where a boy is taught to become a loving wabona wa hlatswa dijana wa pheya, for now I think it's a mentor ya mo show that he has like only ability to become a caring person. So Leana is gonna take the teachings and teach le bana ba hae hore no, guys, in the household, it's not about me being the man. Wabona, how re cleaner kaofela. I've got my own section, which is this, and this. Wabona. So that way, we are building like a foundation. Even with the kids, I see, oh, so go ahead. So there's no this gender, what you call this, minority, and well, ukilabona, like bashimani can go out late, banyana tshwantse ba kena ntlong ko 6. There's that, you kill that vibe. Wabona. So, but yeah, that's what I always like. That's my giving away also into marriage. My advice, let's try break off certain teachings, and start a new culture in our marriages, in our homes, in our dating also. Let's try to do things differently. Yeah, that's me.
Masaz, thank you for your input, ne? And then I get through powerful, Masaz powerful. Dr. Itumela, mute yana for. Kere motho ga se itse powerful, so today o buile like monna tie ka utlwa gore ga o ile ntshota ha ke sana mo lenyalo le wena ka utlwa re a khagala na le wena o nthusa go tsa bana ka sharp, and I love you so much.
Babes. Yes.
Ke sure gore monna
I love kids.
Yeah, but that's o montsho miaka. And then yeah, ke gone na fast nyana because I need to go somewhere, ne?
All right, sweetie. Oh, guys, please love yourself. Please love yourself for today. Please love yourselves.
Yeah, guys, ke pala mo following to go to mona live, ke pala mo following ne. Sharp. Yeah, ke tla mo tsenya Maggie ne. Ke tla mo tsenya. Thank you so much. Ke tla mo tsenya. Yeah. Hi, Dr. Itu.
Nagele guy.
Tonoga.
Good day. Nna ke batla go bua based on Elia Two-Face the wife, ne?
Yeah.
I'm in a similar situation if it's tshwanang le yage, because nna ke kry-ile monna a na le bana, ne? But then because nna ke mosadi, they were not staying with him, and then bo mama o bana ne ba se tlhole ba kgona gore ba ba tlhokomele, and because nna ke mosadi ka bona gore you know what, because nna ke nna le the father, maybe it's best if rona re tsaya bana.
Yeah.
Re nne le bana, because bana ba ka se safare wena o le teng and o kgona go ba support wa bona. Hey, not knowing gore ke ithuntsha mo lengweleng ngwana ko gae, not knowing gore ke ithuntsha mo lengweleng. So hey, nako nngwe me personally I chose to stay because ke nna ke tlisitseng bana ba wa itlhaloganya gore when I go bana ba tlo ya.
Let me ask you something. Let me tell you something. I think yours maybe is different because wena umukrea ana bana. Not like in my case, na monna ka ke itse ke nagana re boikobo ke first born ya rona ya meleng. O mogolo ke second born ya meleng. Le bua ke first born ya rona re le babedi. Jigi ke ntse ke fungwana wa tlhaganya wa bone wa bo 5. Ke nagana gore maybe ya go e better because of wena o butse moselo wa tlang kwana e seng ena a tswang. And nna ha wena o bona go le right for wena ke bona go le better ga e le wena o initiate-leng, ke bona ka e better than ga ke be e le gore bana ba tlisiwa fela a ke se la ntlhalogana. Tla se go tsenya mo leganong ge bua ke utlwa o re ithuntse mo lengoleng nna kana ke bua too much a ke fela.
Ke ithuntshe because now re na le bothata, you know, ngwana e se wa gago obviously go nna le tsele, so every time ha ke ya ko ene ke re bana kana go iragalang ko ene o ba tlisitseng a ke di tsele.
wena o batlisitseng a ke di tsene. And then highly, even if ke involve batho ba kwa bo gore guys a le re thusi kana yaanong go ira ga e ngwanyana kwa ena ke re wena o ipone gore wena o betere. It's what out.
Yes.
And mo di mamo ga ntse ntse go tla ba bang ba banyane no le nna ke na le ngwana le ene o na le bokana ke re o na le ngwana wa go kwa leng ga ke mo lebella either o lekana le first born aga or o lekana le second born.
And then how long ntse le mo marriage?
Re na le 10 years.
Wa bereka wena?
Ke bereka le ene mo re na le office nyana we ba irira sele le selenyana. So e nna difficult because le family ga o ba tlhalosetsa gore go iragalang ba re na a re bofegile matsogo re tsela tšhelete ya ngwana mo. Re jele so ga gona gore re ka go thusa yang.
And the other thing is bana ga no ba tsere bana ba innocent, right? Bana o ba tsere ko mo wa bona ba batlisa fa wa ba tlwetsa bophelo yana mo burile maybe no ka kara ile gore go ne ba le teng ba sokola. So go simolla cause lwana no le morwalo o ile wa go tamile o cater lwana go no survive mental because sometimes ga dilo dinna dintsi mo when di fetsa di go mora your kids, your situation, bana ba bana ba ile gore ke ba monna ke ba lona yes, but o kra ile gore lwana you end up o sa tuna chance e leng ya go o ikrerege. It's very complex, that one. It's very complex, especially if the guy is not willing to not responsible. He's not responsible enough. Baby, okay, I'm grateful and I'm thankful for o tsere bana ga as bana ba gago, ne? Then o batlisa mo lapeng and then e minimize the costs tsa gore like that guy hana di tla go bona gore o mo thusa o minimize the costs tsa gore jiki ga ngwana wa lala o batla alcohol Felix jiki ngwana wa batla allergic ngwana ska the school fees, but when hana le wena you can manage everything. So bana bang ba ga bana maleboga guys bana bang ga bana maleboga. It's very complex because of ga ba tlo nna le wena fatshe a rena ga di tsene ba tsene bona ba kae ba ba go bana ba
ba teng o mongwe o kwa go separate
gape e sentse ke bona mara e botlhoko ke go sentse go tla ngwana o mongwe gape o monyenyane in the picture. Tell me that you're lying. How many kids do you have with him?
2.
And then ba tleng ba marriage by 2. Ba bantsi ba kae 4 5 and then on top of that how fetsa go nyala go na le o mongwe gape
ba babedi
a monna wa tla poison guys ai foko ka tla ha ba tla poison o batla fela a strategy fela sa gore how to strategize, how to exit the situation o leng mo yone because you can't. How old are you?
32.
Umunyane too much. Umunyane too much, Miguel. You are still young to be going through that. Umunyane too much. Umunyane too much, Miguel, to go through that. I don't wanna lie. At your age, when are you going to have your time when your own time with your own kids? Hey, do you know what the time when I go to Mozambique, my kids were like complaining about like beginning I feel as the space then when what am I 5 by some bow plus 2 years plus baba marriage at your age, Miguel. No, it's not right. It's not right. It's not right. Obana ga be le gore o siwa bo ma 60 years kwa o batla motho ka go thusang gore ga o tlhokofala a bona le wena. Go pasala comment ka di crying emojis ne. Yeah.
Okay.
One tlhaloganya ne if no o teng o sentse o teng. Yeah. no le o ile ne ya ke botsa gore wa bona if na le mo ma age bo ma 60 years o sto itlhobogile ba re hai nna ke itlhobogile ke ntebeng di atleng dilo ga di mperekele guys ne e ke fela ke tle go ba di comment di ding yo guys no guys as bophelo guys ke go ra itshotla ra itshotla guys bo so ba tona ke bana ba ka nna ba re bo mme ba tona bale ke bana ba ka nna ba re ke tla re matha modimo as long as e tla re ha ke tlhokofale bo gona le motho mo wa ntlhaloganya modimo does been hooked in you guys Marge is very young go tla mang guys mme ke mpolele for go tla mang fo yo 5 plus 2 years 7 plus ba batlang gape kwa ntle yo ka mara tlogela ka mara tlogela yo a tlogele eleng di kena ke yo guys yo
Dumela Sbuthelo.
yo age
Nna ke mo situationeng, but it's not a situation as such. Ke di-baby mama nje tse di sokodisa. Okay, ke godisitswe ke stepfather ne.
bo tshumutlwe
Stepfather se
a ska utlwela my friend yana re tlhakatlhakanya ga re itse ya a ke tse re wa tla bua ka ya di-baby mama ne because right now le nna ile gore re
re bua ka lenyalo ke
maybe oh okay
re bua ka lenyalo
okay
ke godisitswe ke stepfather ne, but stepfather se nkgodisitse monate yaka ngwana gage. I won't say even once gore ntate o kilang treata otherwise or jwang. O na le bana ba babedi le mamaka ba ntlhatlhamang ke bashimane, and then there's me, the older one. But ntate o sala ntshwere sentle, I won't lie. I se ke bone a tlhapa mamaka or ba lwana mo pele ga rona next. Okay, a ba tlhokafala ka 2015 ka October. Alright, ba mpolella gore no ntate o a se papa gago, and ke ne ke utlwile botlhoko because nna ne ke mo tseile ka papa ka because le ene ana a ntreata ya ka ngwana gage gore like biological father, I would say that, but ke be find out gena gore a se papa ka. Okay, sharp. Growing up ne ntse ke ipatlela fela ke re ntate modimo ha kampa wa mpha fela motho o tla nratang a ratele ngwanake. Okay, ke na le ngwana na le 4 years ke ngwanyana na le papa ge we broke up. Okay, ka kopana le this guy. Okay, this guy ke kopana le ene yana o na le bana ba babedi, 2 different mothers. Okay, ampotsa a mme o tla kgona, and I said because le nna ke motho o mong ke rata bana ne, like ke rata bana shame. Ampolella ge ena gore okay o na le bana ba babedi ka amogela a rata ngwana ke like o file ngwana ke lerato le le gore papa ga ga mo felone ngwana ke papa ge gore like he doesn't care go apara o ya sekolong o etsa eng like ha mo. Okay, this guy ka dula le ene ena le 2 years no yana re ne re dira 2 years no ka March. Wait, I can tell you gore no yana this guy ka March ka March ke dula le ene ke ne ke dula le ene mo tlong o rometse lekwalo go gae gore o batla go patala magadi. Ha ampolele nix ke tlo founela ke mama ka ampolele re o skela o boa gae ke boa gae for eng yano he etla gae he ke ditla go gae mama mpontsha lekwalo re go tlile lekwalo so. Okay, ke mo founele ke re a motho modimo ke dula le ene mo tlong ha ampolele gore o batla go nyala he a surprise baby ene ntse ke batla go bolela but it's a surprise because ene le birthday ya ka March. Okay, no wa gona bothata ke itumetse ke rata motho wa ka itsange a mpontsha anyhow gore o dira metlholo or anything. O se botshelo I see ke nne happy yana mo bophelong, like I've been through the relationship tse ding tse monate ke utlwella gore lenyalo ha le monate lenyalo go le yana o itse mama ka bilang pe mo fatshe ne a mpotsa a re Lindiwe a mme o ready gore o ka nyalwa na, like motho o ya ka tlisitse lekwalo yana ha tlisa lekwalo go tla tshamekiwa. I'm only 27 years. Motho o ha tlisa lekwalo a re go batla go tshamekiwa or eng motho o tlise lenyalo lekwalo yana wa itse ntho e batlang motho wa ka o na le 27 lane but how mo sheba yana, you won't say o na le 27 o tlo mo naganela gore o motona because mmele wa gage and the way yena a leng ka teng pele. Okay, go ile ga diragala ga di negotiations ne di le ka April sharp ntho ngwe ya tsamaya sentle sharp. Wait, immediately after fetsa go ntshiwa magadi ne ngwanyana o wa gage o baby mama e ya pele baby mama ka e qala dira mo ferefere like baby mama e ene le sharp all along ile motho ke ke thabela go tseba ke batla go itse motho mme o tlo nna mo phelong ba ngwana ke nthonyana tse di yana. I didn't have a problem. Ke rile ke se ke tlile no yana ke dula le batswadi ba gage no yana ke mo ga bone. Ke rile ke se ke tlile ka mo motho o dira dintho tse di wrong. Ngwana o na le 3 years ke gone bana ba dira no 3 years no yana ka June. O tsaya medical aid card o tsaya meriana. So because ile motho le gore nna le ene ga ra qabana ke mo botsa ke re hello mami a mme ngwana o sharp na ya ngwana o sharp ke re no okay ina ba ntho e nketsang a re why ke re no ntho e nketsang ke botsa ke gore ke fetsa go bona no yana o tswa chemisting o tswa go tsaya meriana e dirang 500 but then o re ngwana ha kole. So ne ke batla go tlhaloganya wena o mang gale ke na le ngwana le justice seng wena ke ene mo tlatlamelang potse ntho ke re no like mara no yana because motho ka ile motho le gore ha bui motho ka ha no bua next week didimalla fela ke mo tlogela dire ntho ba tlang go dira mara immediately as a medical aid over exhausted o tlo boela mo gonna nna ha ke gona ne se tlo dirang ene ngwana o na le ke ngwana o sokodiswang ke di tonsils ke re no mara if ile go a dira yana o batla go stop ile a ke a gona re ka didimala re bona ntho e dirang e wrong ha ke re ka check mo medical aid o tsaile dibotlolo tsa sefuba o tsaile Simplex o tsaile Allergex o tsaile o monyana wa flu o tsaile go like meriana e metona yana ke mmotse ke re if ile go o tsaya meriana eo ke meriana e dirang ntho e one why would you do that instead of ngano tsaile fela moriana o iwane fela ngwana o na le flu mogele a ntwantsha a founela mama ga boyfriend ka mo blella so because mama ke motho ke dulang le ene mo jarateng mama ke le khoa so ngwanyana o ke le khalati mama because ke motho ke dulang le ene mo jarateng ke a mo blella ge ne ha chaisa ke a mo blella ke botse mama go diretse 1 2 3 mtsegare re ne le do dire le so ke sharpo mama a re ngwanyana wa tlhanya immediately re dutse yalo ngwanyana wa phone ngwanyana ha phone a re eya go mona ngwanyana o wa ga justice o ke a bona nka re seneme e ya ga monyane e motsena mo kelelong ke re I mean like ka ke thotse gena mama a mo khalemela re lo ene e file go na le bothata tlamele o bueleng le bone pele o botsena gore o ba blele file go ngwana wa kula o re ya yena na sa botse gampe ke ana botsa ya ka motswadi ke rata bana ba le ka pelo ka yotlhe ba le babedi a ke ba kgetholle ba le bararo le babynyana ya ka ke ba rata botlhe so yene gore amplele a bue the way nna ke tsayang seneme ga monyane ka teng ke batlang go dirang ka re ke motho o siameng ke re from the word go itse motho ka introduce mo baneng ba azanye ka ba treat in a bad way sale ke ba tlhokometse from word go ke ba direla ntho le ngwe ke direlang letho wa bona ya simolla mo gena so no yana ke re ke buang ke gore motho o ke na leng yene ne le relationship ya ka lene e simolotse gore a feletse a re o batla go nyala relationship ya ga gore a feletse a batla go nyala o mpleletse gore nna relationship ya batswadi ba ka ene le so ene gore nna ya ka le wena e nne yana ke kopa net re ratane re tswelle pele ya ka re batla le rato la rona le go pele le tswelle pele nna ke batla go nyala and then yes we did that so kopane ke batla fela o mplele gore am I wrong stepping up ke mo blella gore if ile gore o batla gore nna le wena re utlwane mphe chance ya gore ngwana o if ile gona le mathata re founele re tsebise wena le papa ngwana le utlwane yes mara if ile gona le bothata re tsebise no yana ya ka re bua no yana motho go batla go lo stopa medical aid ole because ngwanyana o ha utlwe ke o batla go stopa medical aid card ele and then a kry card engwe ka o sane ngwanyana o tlo bona nna ke le gong ene nna ne ke tsama go dira go mo bontsha gore if o dira yana go tlo dira gala so
okay Lindiwe
yes obselo
ka go tla ngwana mmene ko ke
yes Tilo
ya go invite rene ke nagana case ya o se Lindiwe le case ya ke magana Dr. Mang Itumeleng di a tshwana ne so ne ke batla re di sobolo ka ya tsotlhe ne a ke tsone le teng ga ntse re bua le Dr. Itumeleng
no I just
or
no you can just read me
okay Lindiwe o sentse le teng phone a ke Itumeleng e ka ra ka requesta ne yang warisa too much too bloody fucking much. Sorry go tsala for fucking much. E shika thalwa le nna di kgantsa ba se di ba ila di step up kokine tla go fepela go na retele fela just in a nutshell. Dr. Itumeleng ona ne she's married. But we still have time, don't worry. So this lady she's married. And then hanyalwa monna o tlile ka bana ba le fine. Kopo one sa video sa mind is fine. If what of video is fine, if you don't is fine, ne? This lady nyetso monna o tla ka bana ba le gore pila I'm pissed. I'm pissed ne. Ke feel gore husband monna o teng. Itumele. O teng monna.
Okay,
Like okay, sharp. I'm worried ne. I thought gore maybe I felt as though gore Itumeleng o tlile go tlo testa because ke bone sa kgonagale ne. Ke feel e ka re o tlile go tlo testa gore o tla ka o create story like I ke bone se la go le reality mo story sa gagwe. She got married, she's 32 years old. She got married monna o tla ka bana ba le 5 and then o file monna bana ba 2 at the same time monna gape o eta tshola gape bana in the process. One tlhaloga go tlo re kana ka real le nna gore ke feel gore it's an imaginary like e ka re o tlo go class stories am gore like ke feel gore ka you want to drain me kopa gore o re bolela stories sa nnete. It can't be 5 kids plus your 2 kids plus bana ba batlang gape and you still sitting with the same guy. Can't be again. You are very young.
Okay,
You're torturing yourself. Like I was telling yeah, ke tla go fa chance ke ne ke bolela the viewers earlier on kere I know what I contributed somehow more damage my kids be to be specific ka kganya gore the time ke ne ke lwale the thing o kgonne go bona even though the father was not physical or even though na see verbal, but there was a time I kgonne bona gore the father was angry and then he bought himself 5,000 rand and then last week go mara tha gore ba ga ke gare kere is expensive ke tha ya to ana mo itse ba ga ngala papa ka wanga dile na ga ithekela. I can tell you something. My son, a grade 10 and he's doing grade 9. Ne? Hane ke lwa le papa gage ne ke le motho o tlabang ke ya go boseng city ke tsamaya ke ipoela the food gore ngwana o ile sekolo go la le helper ke sa bonne ngwana a tsana mo skofu wa ngutone gore ke feel gore ai monna o go with bank ke I can do whatever I want and in the process ya affect ngwana psychologically. So have to be kind to the growing men. So go ke story sa o sona ge le au sileng diwe ge.
Okay. Hi, Boos. Let me start with you, Dr. Itumeleng. What is the reason for your husband to have kids outside? Because I mean, when you do something, whether we can fight or what, there's a point where we need to sit down and say, I did it because of this. What is the reason why Atula Banagwani?
Nako ke hamplele because this guy the communicate how can it on like khona go roza mo go bua le ene and he just walk out of the house. So most of the time ke mo tlogela vele gore a tsamaye go avoid gore re rase mo pele ga bana.
Okay, and then why are you still with him? If I can ask, if somebody was to say, if somebody was to say to you, what do you love about your husband? What are you gonna say?
No, at this point there's nothing.
Okay, now if there's nothing, okay, I understand that it's not easy to leave, but what is it that is keeping you in that marriage?
I think it's the fact that like all in all, he has 11 kids, so back in nang le bone nna ke 5. So it's because ke nna ke batlisitseng and I understand situations tsa bo mama bona gore di ntse yang. So now me saying go back home is just a lot because ke a itse gore ba tswa ko go ntseng yang.
But can you live with the kids outside him? Like, can you live with the kids as you?
No, I can't because ke tlo ba faeng. Like if I had a job, yes, ne ke tlo tsamaya le one because oi one mama thing o tlhokafetse.
Okay. Now, you know, I always give these people this thing. You cannot take from an empty vessel, right? You are draining yourself, and while you are draining yourself, you are raising 11 kids to know that a man can do what they want. You are busy whatever that you're trying to do, but you are busy doing the opposite, because the kids are going to grow up knowing that a man can do what they want. Because as much as it's difficult for you to live, those 11 kids can see. You're not in a marriage. Ne? You're not in a marriage. You are working at a charity home or a home of safety for other kids. And you are standing so that one day people can say you were a strong woman. That is what you are trying to do. You are
I don't
trying to
think
stand.
it's about that anymore. Like I said, since this relationship le bana ba tshepile in everything that they do. They know gore ha ba sa kry mo go nna, they're not going to get it anyway.
But you can't give what you don't have. In terms of money, yes, you can. In terms of what, but you're not giving the kids happiness. Even if you're giving the kids happiness, obafa happiness it's one from a heart that is broken. And bana ke bana, as much as you say in bana, at one point bana ba tlo bona gore mara this person that we thought is strong is not strong. Now you and him are doing injustice.
I think they saw that over the weekend. I think that was evident weekend. Guys, now I can't be strong anymore.
Yes. Now you need to be honest with the kids as well. Liane. You know, sometimes when parents separate, it's much better than when parents stay trying to stay for the sake of kids while Batameja bana ways. Because kids are able to see how much it's better when they are there. Now, this is what's going on. You guys are creating a void more pilon baban. Later on in stage, kids will try to live in the past. You know, it's very sad when kids live in the past, because when certain things are not done, like they wonder, "Mara, why couldn't we etsagala so? Why couldn't we etsagala so?" Those things get engraved in their memories, and when they are old, they will start resenting marriage. They'll start hating marriage, or they'll even hate you guys, because that hate their parents simply because their parents did not tell them the truth. False hope, and we understand that society as a whole, we have this thing, but you can't have 11 kids ka 2022. I'm sold. I don't know. I'm sold. You can't have 11 kids outside ka 2022. There's sicknesses. There's sicknesses. I mean, when kids blend, ba tlo reng ka papa bona? Papa ne le papa o tsamayang a tshola bana ba o tshotse bana ba 11. I don't understand. I respect him. I don't know him, but 11 kids, my sister, and you're still staying, and you go to bed with this person, you sleep. What about you?
How do you sleep with him?
What about you? 11.
No, we don't, like, nothing happens. I think we're just thinking. I think the reason why I say about every time who's gonna take care of my kids the same way this woman is doing.
Then you are a man.
We're just raising kids.
You are a
man. What give of the givers? Who give of the givers when? You are still young. You are still young to be living that life. I'm telling you, run. Run. Like boela hae. O ja bogobe ka tlhapi, bogobe ka mae, ke dijo wa lalla. Bana ba ja bogobe ka sukiri ba lalla. O ska lebela gore botshelo bo tlo reng, o na le company or what not. Run. Because run for your own life.
You know, let me say something, man. One thing that we do that is wrong, that I realized, we tend to make other people's problems our problems. How na bana ba 11 wena itumele? How na bana ba 11? Now you're making somebody else's problems your problem, to a point that your life gets stuck because you're trying to fight matata mutomo. You don't have 11 kids. And you are too young to take 11 kids from other mothers. And unfortunately, it's me sounding selfish, but you will not live your life.
Okay, Dumbuza. So the best thing do Jenny coming, trunking can or coming. Can't pay them, guys.
It's not good, guys. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's not
I think
good.
yeah.
Yeah, let's not address it directly. To a point that we end up not being able to live. We want to fix the country that is so broken, and then yet little now we refer really broken, and we need to deal with issues as they come. We need to deal with issues as they come. Somebody cannot one other thing that I always tell people is that if somebody shows you who they are, you cannot change them. If I show you today that I'm this, then you can forgive me. Tomorrow we can move on. But if I continuously showing you who I am, do not stick around because you are hoping one day you can and I am what I am. So if I show you today that I don't recognize you, I don't take you serious in my life, and then tomorrow when are you hoping one day would I change? I'm not going to change for the person that I don't want to change for. I'm not going to be, and at a certain point you need to accept this is too much broken. I mean, we all have our breaking points, but if you keep on adjusting and moving your breaking points, obviously I see all like 100 people, all and she'll always be there. Now somebody must show remorse and somebody must show you that they are willing to change for you to stick around. You can't stick around where somebody does not show you that they are willing to change. You can't stick around where somebody is only showing. There's one thing about women. Now there's a guy who talks things that you want to hear and a guy who's acting towards the things that you want to hear. Those things are two different. But they like listening to facts like, no, but what and how? What is that I'm doing? I in closing, I always say, bad. You know, somebody can say, but he's taking care of his child. But he's doing that. Mara, how until bad? Oh, that you cannot even say bad. Like everything you buang, if there's no bad in that person, there's no how to change mo pilong ba motho ki ena ntwe buang fela right through ha bad. There's nothing good that you, and then you're saying you're raising kids with that person. What are you doing? Re abuse bana, guys. Re abuse bana, and let me just keep quiet. You
11
you can't. You can't.
11 you
can't.
Kids. 11 kids and 11 kids and untsontse mo marriaging a teng it's 11 kids. It's 11 kids, guys. It's 11.
When the second child came, they said all these baby mothers wherever and I'm saying this because I said this. I think as Banana we need these forums more as Banana. We need to sit. We need to have as Banana because we forgot what a man is. And too much. Abuse but in this age and time, tell me, who gets time for 11 kids? How do you sit with 11 kids? How do you give 11 kids time? How do you give 11 kids good life? How do you give 11 kids attention? Like, how do you do that? Guys, how do you deal with 11 kids? Even if Keba Kalim Sadu one, how do we deal with that? How, guys? How?
And the thing is, she's still young. The thing is, she's still young at the age of 32 years. And obviously, Banaba before another 32 years, because Banaba 2. So, at the age of 28 years, and maybe, if maybe Banaba age difference about 4 years, Banaba, it's a mess. Guys, it's a mess. It is a mess. Hey. That's why I said I'm much savannah. Go to Rambana with chess so something so Rakununa Lane. What's Hanamus? One after one.
That person was always with her. Who busy who build up a anger. And I can't look one day my no blaileban or blaileman. Because who build up a anger. And what is she building is that her life and the system revolves around this person. And at one point, there's no life without this person. And now what would happen is that because I've wasted a lot of my years, I cannot just leave this person.
So I rather give so because the system that they are building is so toxic. You know, to leave a relationship that's hating, it's easy. But to leave the system and is the most difficult thing. Now, this is life. At the end of the day, how and you know, that's where it comes, because you build up to an anger that the body cannot hold on. I mean, melee and everything, guys, it can hold up until a certain point. There's a point where you cannot take it anymore. And like I said to her, run, because people are going to say, oh, Shemoiti, and say, yo, Musadi because you are damaging yourself. Busy and she amona puta bana ba ramana o netse obituary gore motlha o suleng e be gote she was strong woman ke yona kganye ke buang eo ke kganye ke buang eo gore motlha o swang twe o na le strong o na le eng. But what about yourself? O palwa ke go phela because wena o netse gote o na le strong o na ntse o na etsang up until when, guys? Now we don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to le Lindy Wehe. Or you out of tune?
I had stories a bit hanyani about, is it about the baby mama and
yes
and all that?
Yeah, lack of communication. Yeah.
I've got the mother of my child. I'm not married to anyone else. And according to what I know, what I've realized is that I'm sorry to say this, and I realize how you love your partner. You know, when you talk about him, you love him so much. You did not know that lady. You did not know that family. You were introduced to that family. You were introduced to that lady by your man, your husband. Now, your husband must stand up, and he must be the one that is going to manage the other person before when you step in. Because as much as you want to step in for your family as the wife, woman to woman, there's a clash. But
I saw that.
If your husband steps up and say, not Kamsadiwaka, and he creates the, I call them the compartments, the like, and say this like is going to be, you know, when you have the like, they are all in the same wardrobe or all in the same cupboard or all in the same kitchen. But you know that when you open this, you're going to find my wife. You close it. When you open this, it's going to be the baby mother. When you go, you know, because we as husbands, as men, we tend to create a lot of stress for our wives, and they don't enjoy linyalo by fighting the battles that we're supposed to fight. It's your husband who's supposed to fight with the mother. You're supposed to be the supporting structure, because he's supposed to come up with the vision of how this family is going to run. Now, if he's going to allow you to be exposed to that, and the answers about they wouldn't have came if he was the one who picked up the phone and say ing. And I understand that women in terms of money and all that, you guys are but do it this way from now on. Should anything happen, Didimala, and then tell it to your hubby, you know, and you must act. Now when you must act, you must Oscar, I can and you say your story for it. What's it? As much as I love you and as much as I respect you and as much as I'm not happy with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And can you please do something with my happiness? Okay. Because we are not fair. Maybe we're not or even if we're not one. If I can meet someone with a child, that person is going to put the baby daddy in his place. You hardly find a baby daddy interrupting in marriage, but you always find a baby mother interacting in marriage. You know why? Because as Banna, we want to be seen as heroes. We want to be seen as the good things. There's nothing going on between me and my baby mama. There's no, but it's our the devil. It's the same as the fight between me and the parents, whereby I've learned the hard way that the day I get married, my parents are going to be there. my child is going to be there. I love my child so much. But nothing must come between me and my wife that I allow. Because I'm the one who introduced you to these people. I'm the one who should be stopping it. Even Lebatsadi. I'm the one who should be getting it. You know, Wabona, as much as you went and spoke to your mother-in-law and all that. Should there be a twist between you and your mother-in-law? Your mother-in-law can use that against you. Because the mother-in-law already knows certain things that you are not supposed to know. Now, by allowing them to fight our battles as banna. And we need men that are going to stand out for their wives. You should support. I mean, why won't say medical aid? You can answer, hey, but if Nagiri, if Nagiri, man, Musadi, then you ain't high sharp, man. Why won't say Analian? In Musqueta, so at it's going to be better, but it's that's all I can say, man. Abontat in Neronabar Dilang Lebatuba, Tironabar to Tembana Lebon. Hasiba Sadi Baronabar to Tembana Lebon. Our parents, Tironabar Baiting, Tironabar Tetsuinko, our parents, our families, Tironabar in those families. Hasiba Sadi Barona. Now, I don't want my wife to fight my battles. I must fight my battles. My wife must support me. It's Kabaika Tim Sadiakon Korakango because Kamusote Babu Bare can not Korakango Aita. And a Kamus Boyeta Bana or Batwem Sadoki Munyeti because of not stepping out. Bana Gabo from Sadoli because Barre when a papa wala wile mamang I think Basata Linna in a Linna. But anyway, thanks, Chiro. I think was September. I'm just going to read the comments.
Yeah. Hey guys, what's again? I don't wanna lie. I don't wanna lie. I don't. I get sorry. But I'm going to for okay. Limamang. Oh, too much. Hey. Yo. But I have a nasa baga mo line ne ba fetsa ba so and then I pere as if sense ba le teng mo guest listing. And then make ke mang o mong for cause o ga khone go tsena. Who's next, Maggie? Request gape mogala request gape because I ke re ka go tsenya ya gana I ke so what is what you hey first hey
guy
sharp ya malafu
ke teng la nkutla.
Yes ngwana mme.
Okay, before I speak my 2 cents ke kopa re kwale mahlo tu live ya hao e hectic nyana. Is that okay if I pray?
Yes, please.
Morena wa lerato, morena wa kganya. Father, we just want to take this time to thank you, Lord, for the healing and restoration that's about to take place in this life. It's not by mistake, Father God, that we are all here. We pray, Father God, that you continue to use us as an example for your greatness, no matter the pain. Ra o leboga morena wa lerato wa kganya, o tlise kganya le kgotso gare rona. Bana ba hao ke ba Modimo ka ba fodile. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Yo, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But just to give my 2 cents, I think Dr. Dumi has been a thing right now, even in the comments that are going on. I think it's so important. Maybe people are not going to agree with me, but it's so vital and important as a mother that you put yourself first before your kids. By putting yourself first before your kids feed off from a happy mother. You can never, ever, you're going to put your kids first and make decisions about your kids when not also right. You need to be okay because our kids feed off from our energies.
our kids feel everything. So ka bua maka, we just o dutse mo hara relationship and you're staying there because of your kids. But the honest truth of the matter is the best interest of the kids is always to have both parents. But guys, let's be fair. As mothers, we are primary caregivers of these kids. That means our kids feed off from energies. Your kids know when you're not okay. Your kids know when you are unhappy. So taba ya gore jalo go dula ntse le berekisa taba ya gore re dula hara manyalo or re dula hara relationship because of our kids. It doesn't benefit our kids in any way. Instead, you end up growing like we are right now in 2022, where we have kids that are so angry, kids that are so rebellious. It comes from us as parents. We are failing our kids because we continue bringing up our kids in spaces that we know are not okay for us. So I think for me, doctor, it's a thing right now that it's so important for you as a mother to have self-care. To love yourself first means that everybody around you benefits from that energy that you have within yourself. We can't in 2022 still be having a situation where we have moms in spaces and in situations where there's no amount of money that should ever keep you in a space that does not benefit you. And how can it benefit you? It's not that I'm saying that we must count the kids last. Like I said the first time, the kids feed off from you. But joy, they feed off from that. They eat off from that. And it's so easy to raise kids in a situation where, yes, we all dreamt of at some point having both parents. We all wanted that for ourselves. But now, what does that come with? What does that come with? I would rather be separated from a person and have my kids feed off from an energy that I know is good for them. That is what we need to start practicing. We can't be having such situations in 2022 where we are still hanging on to these men who won't even account. I'm listening to a story. I've been on the live listening to a story, and I can tell this guy does not even care about his own kids. Besides this too. Now my issue is with Dr. I won't say her name because I'm not sure if the husband is still there. My issue around her situation is she has 2 kids in the marriage with this man. 2 that really deserve a mother that's alive. We still can't have situations where we are staying in marriages or in relationships with people. That's just the honest truth. So now, when you want to account for kids that are not yours, number one, you want to account for kids that are not yours outside of your marriage, and then Osale with this very person who doesn't care about his own kids. It does not make sense. What about your self-love? What about your self-care? Because you are still sharing a bed with the very same devil who does not care about his kids. In any day whatsoever. That's just the way it is. This man has no guys. Because now, how does a man love you and fail to prioritize his kids? Whose kids are those? If he can't account and love his own kids, how can he care for you? How can he take care of you? How do you matter to him if his own kids, his own blood does not matter? So I think that's the issues that I had with her, is the fact that she's got 2 kids. She's 32, very beautiful, and she sounds very intelligent.
And she's beautiful.
Now, absolutely beautiful. So ulale bona bana ba 2. But now by 10 or 11 outside of your marriage. Who must care for your kids? Your kids deserve a happy mother. Your kids also deserve to have you alive. Because the moment you are still there, sleeping with this very same devil, because there's no way they're sharing a bed and it's not touching it. Refuse. HIV, STI. There's so many kids. Your kids deserve a happy mother, a healthy mother, an allowed mother. We still can't be in 2022 and still be in a situation where we've got such problems, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm insensitive. I'm a social worker myself. And I always encourage people that your kids will never ever benefit from having you and the father under one roof just because you are forcing to stay together. I always say this, I emphasize this. Yes, the best interest is in the kids having both parents, but the issue is how. There's now a thing called co-parenting, guys. We can raise kids together. We can still create a unit for the kids to have both of us. It doesn't mean that there needs to be a romantic relationship between us in order for us to be able to raise kids. Guys, wabana Dr. Putumi, but this is my 2 cents. God bless everybody. And I really hope she listened to what I'm saying. Your kids are deserving of a happy, alive mother. And that's where I am with this. Thank you so much for allowing me on your live.
Thank you,
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Usaka. What is working, guys? It's working kind of that lady a Larato has teng. That's point number 1. Point number 2, dingwaga di a tsamaya. Point number 3, gore bana they get to see gore mama bana ba kgone bona. But my kids, they know. Like tla le last ka life ka gane e benule fa le mo accounting ele. First thing, ha ke tsena go sekolo ha ke tlo ba bana ha ka ba rapela ke be se ba rapela because I was frustrated ke ipotsa gore like we can undermine this life, but not somehow I am benefit and hagaba rapella and then I get to go after school or ke le gan check ga ngutla gore ke down. So imagine ke disapule ke TikTok. What more about taba tsa mo ntlong tsa mo ka mo re nna le monna re lwele go se monate bikobo o ithuta from nna. So I'm worried about the kids. And let me tell you something. Ne kgone go bona ga ke ruta ko sekolo ko high school engwe sona ke bua ka high school ke bua ka bana le grade 11 ke bua ka bana ba tlhagang ko bo Eastern Cape kwa ba tla ka kwana ba sa ba le batona ne guys. So sometimes ga motse a so mama a se o a le ko Eastern Cape ko modantsane ko mthata ko kae ka teng kone a tlile papa ka fane papa o tla ba ikretse ausinyana ka fudi mining tsa go fu bokurundala ka falene ya affecta ngwana ga tla mo class cause ngwana a kere papa o tla ba tsana night shift a sa tsene pila kana go mo ntlong a sa apeilwe go sena attention ya motsadi ngwana o simole nna monna enough ga tla go sekolong o tla ele monna le ga ile mosadi o tla ele mosa ga ile ngwana mosana o tla ele mosadi tla re go classing. And then o kgone bona re ngwana with something that's like so imagine o nna le bana ba go mo ntlong mara go sena lerato o feel gore I'm enough ka the husband o ke nna le ene o ke se ke ntse fela because of a ke na plana gore go boela ko morago yang go boela ga yang mogele paka bag o tsamae. What's it one day fela tla go bolela one day fela mogelene I don't know gore e tla etsagala yanne but yone e tlo etsagala o itse ke ntse a fela beke basadi ba bantsi ba boetse gae ka plastic tsa masepala a ke itse gore a ke itse ka save mo batho le ka save fela 2.5 fela gore o patale taxi or whatever transport ka go tsang from point A to point B paka fela beke e ya ga o relaxa le bana. And do we go like ke network ka ba gaso a ke itse gore like bona network ne ya paka like no yana simolo batla ba di remove o rile fela tududu kafa or ba gwana go ithuela o batla remove ga re December fela wa re love ke ya go gae ha so fela bo paka everything sa go o botsama o tlogela bana ba bage ba gore hey wa ra ka bana ba go pake o tsamaye e re ga atla satane a go kreye o seo. Oh hey banna borolwatse ke tsenya manyano fa ke lapile itse I'm so torn apart. My network is not okay. Eish, ka re nga thuba phone e. Hi. Yeah, batla se le mogele. Remove. So ka remove ntse ka fa. What's king? E re gare. Nene.
Hello.
Nenesia. Yes, babes. Yo, a kids. Nene. Yo, ba tlo go pa di gift photo. Go pa di gift di gelepela go tswa ka savana, go pa di gift. Pela ke botlhoko. Hello, my darling. Network ga ga sharp mo ke. Ga sharp. Go pa di gift some gift ka ikopela. Fa ke leng teng fa ke tlhoka fela savana. Ke tsenya mang guys cause nne se ha gone go ira network ga e beta ka. Ke malindi. Lindi wa boella guys. O ke bo Lindi wa bedi ke Linda le Lindi. a ke batle o sta boeletse guys re fa ba bang chance hle a ke tsenya mang after ke go potsenya o muntu go potsenya o mong ke tsenya mang Linda okay Linda ba bang ba re Julia ba bang re Linda oh Linda pele ne Linda hey but se tla story se depressant too much just ke le depressed tla ha go function go tsa makentse ke re khana tsela ha ke re taba go tsa makentse okay from there even now hi Linda
Hi, Uzbutilo.
hi madali
Le guy.
Tono guy
Right thing. I'm just thankful for the program that you took today and for revisane as women and the challenges that we're facing. Go botlhoko thata for women. Mo dio tse leng gore re are through tsone because of banna. Nna ntho ke tlo e buang, I was once married, I just got divorced ka June. The divorce took about 4 years. Ke movile out of the house. All women ba leng gore we are getting abused, we are aware of it. And we know gore we are not supposed to be treated that way. Unfortunately, because we are hoping for other people to change, go change rona in the process. I remember ka 2014, no, it was in 2014 years, when I was married, my husband, Anna Lee, a girlfriend. Then that girlfriend got pregnant. And I said to myself, when I made my vows, I said, for better or for worse, not knowing where I'm going to damage myself. I stood more marriage in waka. We fought about it. Unfortunately, you know, ntho engwe re bolayang the most re le basadi go gore mo di family ko di in-laws tsa rona re hlokometswa ke basadi the most, the mother-in-laws, the sisters, the aunts, the likes, you know, everybody who contribute mo matlhokong a rona is the same people ba leng gore they are supposed to support us. My husband used to go home le girlfriend eo a robala lone kwa bone nna ke setse mo ke itse gore no a ke re itse dintho tsa ko metseng somebody go na le di funeral go a ipiwa bo Friday whatever nna ke ntse mo ntlong knowing gore motho wa ya go gae o ilwetsa what he's supposed to do at home kanti o tsamaya le ngwanyana kwa bone o robala le mo ntlong go mamage and everybody in present. Then during the time I found out from one of the cousins gore hey when o dutse go motho a go kana o tla le motho. Then we thought about it. You know what the father, when we were in the meeting, umpudintse ntho engwe a re o tlhoka dijo na Linda ka re no, o tlhoka tšhelete ka re no, ka re a re ke eng se se tlhokang. I don't see the reasons why umpiditse o re biditse fa a ke re wa supportiwa ka mosadi ane ke ntse eng gore wa di batla. Then after that meeting we had another fight. Then Rabitsa gape meeting, you know what the mother said. Monna o itse monna a re nna ga ke batla o robala le ene and everything, you know. And the mother said, you know, I'm sorry to say this, but batho ba re naganang gore they are holy or ba ba naganang gore they are believers, they are the most cruel. Me ole umpuditse a mpotsa gore nkebe ke needed that woman mosadi o botlhale o etsalela o aga lelapa la ge wa se ile o break up a home gate motshadi ga ikgona re le monna ge. And I asked the mother then nakong yo ke tsule di blue eye wa mpotsa a re ga ba tshone ikgona re la monna ke ra complain gore ga ke robaleleng a re ga ka tshone le go ikgona re la monna ka. And I said to her, would I sleep with somebody ke antshune melomo thubegile ke na le di blue eye, then I'm supposed to sleep with somebody ke re mo nna go bua nete I've exposed myself, and I did say I exposed myself more physical and abuse. I won't be sexually abused again. That one I will protect. I'll rather get tsamaye if it means le nna no yana ka tsamaya. The situation continued. Ngwana nna teng when the child was born nakong ka gopola it was supposed to be
after the blue eye wasn't so ima happen.
No, it wasn't me who was pregnant. Ngwanyana o like say ngwana was born
after a while for a boma 9 months ngwana was born. Sharp. When the child was born, around December, and I think around boma 6 months or something, because the child was born around May. Ka December, ngwana thing. I very na le gore antari wait ke ya ko chominya ka re ke ilo jela New Year ko teng whatever ka re sharp no problem. Nna be ke re no it's fine, you can go. Then nna ke tla dula le dichomi tsa ka. There was a gig ene re sa tshwantse re go yone, then I planned right I no ke tsamele dichomi tsa ka go teng because ene o ya go dichomi tsa gagwe and it's only men. Sharp. I worked it was the 31st, but release early around about 2 ko mmerekong. I went to town. Ha ke re go town, I see somebody, wow, like it's in mo shopong, somebody way pitla, when I felt the presence of no, there's somebody running away from me. Then tsena mo fitting room kan is a girl wa ngwana. A be ke mo le ke motsa gore we impitlela no ke sharp be ke mo tlogela ke tswa mo shopong. When I went to out of that shop, ne ka kena mo eng. When I went out from the second shop, nakago my husband le ngwanyane they are together. Go rekilwe dinama, go rekilwe everything, ga te go itswa braai ko family, ke family braai. Nna ga ke yo kana. I was lied to gore go iwa go dichoming. Sharp. Ka tshwara ke ka kuka ke pelo. Then I fought with them, we fought, and the police got called, and I called my husband ke mola Raymond. Gona nonyane ke mo toropong go etsagala so kante this guy was around town as well, and a ilo reka di drinks ba ilo reka dinama ba. So he came go teng, the police were there and everything. Then I moved away from the scene, on the other side. So I saw the police inging, and then I called him. Kana there's this situation happening. They already called him. No, kana mona lindo teng ra lwana and everything re biditse maphodisa. You know, as I looked from a distance, my husband took nakagage, the girlfriend and the mother's girlfriend, the girlfriend's mother. Abatsenya ko koloi ke ilo tshwarisiwa. Hey, ke di 31, and I decided ka founela chomi ya connect tshwantse ke tsamaya ke re chomi, you know what, I don't think gore o tle phone a ke tlo go wena because there's a messy situation here. A ka tsamaya ra ya ko it's another village. We went to the other village le ke ya ko teng a sharp. I stayed there the 31st day. I said, I get mo mutung wa gore nka dula le batho. I'm not okay. So we decided to know are blume mo jarateng gae rapeya and everything. 12 o'clock we drank together, we stayed together. The following day, ka di 1 mo gae wa phone Linda kopa gore re kopane we a you ka molela gore no ke tsamaile ke ile go botshomiaka. Are okay right ke tla fo yo kopa gore o nkemele ke tla go ke kopa gore o nkemele no ka molela ka mo fa di direction. Atla after 2 hours. Hatla I don't have clothes. Remember, I didn't even go home. I just decided go tropong. I'm going to my friend's place. I don't wanna go anywhere. Then there's gonna be another fight or something. Then Gadulak, he came, hey Linda, I don't know what happened yesterday. You have a nerve. Knowing that I'm your wife, police station in West Part, okay, sharp. And I refuse to go there and Atamam. Ka the kadi 2, e be ke mmerekong. Ha ke le go mmerekong ka di 2, maphodisa pala ka tabatlontsea. Le ngwanyane le mama gage, the charges go gore ke GBH. I was carrying a knife. Then like, how would I carry a knife in town? If I was carrying a knife. Luckily, my brother-in-law lawyer. Then we made a plan. That day I went to the police station. Before even then I went out. And then my husband phonela and we went home together. Pila wena, what is it that you are having in your mind? King so batlang go accomplish, because I asked you from the very onset, what is your aim ka ngwanyana or ka ngwana gage, and you never answered me. Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good day. Hey man, story so touchy. Touchy, but I have few questions. Next.
Okay.
On good.
Ra go
Ebo. Ntaba Tomo no le mo lenyalong how abuse le mo lenyalong.
Ga o tlhaloga o sentse a nyetswe, o na sentse a nyetswe by the time ba mo abuse mo marriage. Guys, guys, what's the reason? I refuse it because if re tsenya motho re fetsa a re mo fa chance a fetse pele, a re mo fa chance pele a fetse pele, re kgone go kry story pele ne. Okay, sharp A.
And then after
the brother-in-law wa lawyer.
Yes, then the by it's a plan, then a ka robala ko police station na ba sa mtshwara, then ra khutlela gailene, my husband came along, then a patela the bail money, then ka tsa ka boela le ko ntlong, and I asked him hore aim ya gage ke eng e pila sa batlang, cause now the actions tsa gage le dio tsa di etsang, they are getting me into trouble. Cause vela le nna ke na le di emotions when I see your sister a le ko toropong le batho bale, and then I knew you said every time ka ba complainela le mama gage and everything, there's a girl like this ba pretenda ngara ba meet, kanti all along na mantsi ba meet ke yona into ene eng kwatisa the most ke. That's why ke family most of the time they know if somebody's cheating, they know who. That's it. A gona gore ko family ga ba itse that your husband is doing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Worst part because a highly breadwinner abile ko teng, it's worse. Aba molele sepe. He comes with anybody o ka tlang le ene ba mo defender at any time. At any time mosadi go tlo o tlhaga olla, you are giving stories gore wena o nkare o wrong and this one is right, you know. But hospital ka in the journey of my marriage ka after the baby issue ne, and I forgave being a woman that I am, kirile for better or worse, and I forgave my husband gore o tshotse ngwana kwa ntle, you know, to the point that gore now gwana le issue ya gore ngwana o tlhoka father figure. Ha ngwana tlhoka father
le babedi.
Yes. I get after the police station issue, then Radiska decide, all right, we just sometimes we get a retro by beta for the things, and so kanti ngwana ene ke na suffering the most, like Dr. Itu. I took that stand. Okay, right, I'm gonna forgive for the sake of my children because ngwana ke sibling ya bana ba ka wa itlhaloganya sharp. Then go atla story sa gore he comes, he brings the baby at home, ngwanyana lo mo founela tlo tse ngwana go and stuff ebe ke re nna ke itse gore wa re bereke yang no a tsamaya re ntse ko ba tsamaya a ilo tsa ngwana, ga tsa ngwana wa motlisa mo ntlong. Ngwana wa tla by the time ne ke sa bereke, ngwana wa tla mo ntlong o tliswa, ga ngwana a tla mo ntlong ngwana o tlisiwa like literally ngwana a phega metsi, you can see gore ngwana o na le problem, go na le bo malnutrition nyana, and then ga tlisiwa o tliswa ka diaparo tse dinyane because you know di baby mama di na le di drama nyana, o tlisa even ngwana ka na le diaparo tse di sharp, o tlisa ngwana ka di vest tse di shortang di baby grow. Imagine ngwana wa bo ma 1 year a peri a vest we bona gore ke 0 to 6 months or 6 to 12 months since sa dio tse di ntsinyana. I started about the time negile retrenched, so negile mo ga ke sa bereke. I took my money out ka etsa a long term plan ka re ke batla gore child dey sustain for at least a period of or 2 years or until I find a job. So every month I was getting I made a plan na gore every month my limit ya go bank in about 3,000 rand. So every month I knew gore I was sorted personally because ne ke tshaba ntho ya gore ho sa bereke o le motho wa mme bontate they tend to abuse you a lot because there was a time o kopa motho diphetsa go botse gore na rwena o mensa every day. you know. So I wanted to eliminate donyana tse di bjalo. Then I continued le marriage. Ngwana ga ba mo tlisa a tla le diaparo tse dinnyane tseo. My husband was very disrespectful, wa rogana o makgaga. So ga tlisa ngwana o tla ba tlisa ngwana dropa a ba tlisa ngwana ko ntlong a mo dropa mo ke phakela. Saturday mantsiboa o bua ka bo ma 12 midnight o tlhaga tlhapetswe, then o tlo botsa gore e le gore ngwana o jele eng wa bona ke morare no ge no o etsa ngwana ka nte ko ntlo no meletsa nna I'm assisting you ke go fa support as a husband and for the sake of ngwana because ka bona gore situation sa ngwana o ga se sharp o sa ntreata the way o ntreatang ka teng, you still need to respect me or else I'm gonna go out of my marriage because it was getting too much. I continued ka ba le pelo e telele, ngwana grew ka 2018. Now the abuse was very severe to a point that gore ne re lwa o botshelo like ke bone gore I changed no khono lwa di plate everything anything se ke kopana le sone ne ke no se tsa ke mo betsa ka sone re betsana ka di plate re thuba and the kids were there. I have 2 kids, the other one go motona ga se wa gage, the second one ne ke wa gage. So le bana they were getting exposed to that environment. Every time o kry ga re dutse re lebeletse TV e tlo nna story se le sa gore re etsa gore make sure gore the house is dark ga kgone bona gore re tsugile re lebeletse TV ne. Then ga re lebeletse ne re daga when he gets in everybody was diving ko kamoreng, everybody was ko ne setse le lifestyle eo re setse re motho. Then I said to myself ke the one person o tshwantseng a re protect ke no o re thisetsang harm ko ke dulang ko ne re dula ko teng we stayed there ne go sena gate for years and ne re sena problem ne re sa wifi go sena anything but motho o kene a re letsang a re khosetsang harm most of the time. Ka 2018 eo it was wafa now I decided or dude nna lone ke nagana gore re ka se kgone go phedisana anymore a mongwe le mongwe ikeletse di we a ratang ka teng because every time wang accuser gore ka jola wang accuser gore ke tsa 1 2 3 which I'm not doing because o etsang you dilo tso di etsang because you are feeling guilty nne ke sa mmotsise bo di phone ne ke sena sepelo tsone because ke nagana gore ne di nkutlisa botlhoko dio tseo. So ke ge a etsane a simolla go ba too aggressive ke bona gore mo ke tlo feletsa le gore re bolane. I remember one day he got home drunk a lwa le nna yalo, then I cable tied him ne and bosigo a ke o tlile late nyana ka bo ma 12 after nwantsha fetso nwantsha ba robala, then ke ga ke re di cable tie ka mo bofa ka di cable tie ka mo fa ka di cable tie. By the time I re ha re bo ma 2:30 ke ga a thanya ya nngwe a batlo ya toilet ga ba la go etsa ke ga ke mmolele ke mara a ke re when you think you are too clever o ka mpetsa o ka nketsa 1 2 3 all the time. So ne ke batlo go bontsha fela today gore I can be able to do something. It's not that I'm scared of you, there's so many chances that I can do something to you. So ke kopa gore o stop go abuse. I left him I can rent until phakela teng bana be le go ga I left him the whole day ke mo latlheletse thipa mo ka bola ke morare o tla tswa o tla bona gore wena wa ipofolo re o etsang or call somebody ka mo latlhela le phone ka re or call somebody. I will leave the door open but ka tsama and I went away. Then I saw gore fa ena go bone te fopela modimo I'm becoming a monster. The monster that he is reflecting upon me. And I decided from the day I'm not gonna live like this anymore. I'm changing to a person. When I looked at the mirror, I couldn't even recognize myself anymore. I'm gonna change and I'm not gonna take this anymore. After that event, the following day, I stayed the following day I came back home. Luckily, we both followed or I don't know how he untied himself. There's still gonna be more to come. Next time it's not gonna be cable tires, it's gonna be chains. And I'm capable of doing something. It's not we have so much power over men that we do not recognize. Physically, but mentally, if you give me an opportunity to think, it's gonna be a mess. So that time, after that event, I went out. I remember I went out. We went to a baby shower. Then he was so dramatic. I phone go high round kabo kenan dropileng kabo around boma 3. Kabo ma 8 to phone go high hey lindo tsa mama si go hey di party this the party that una bojalwa and everything and ing wa bona. Aw. Then go ga ba mfounela gore kana motho ntse a founile ka ntle ga itse gore ka re o a itse gore ke ile ka ebile ke nang dropileng 5 went home a ke tsena ko ntlong a ba nlwantsha when a starta go nnontsha ebe ke tsamaya ke tshaba and a ke sone ke tshaba I slept at my friend's place in the morning motho ke ga fisitse all of my clothes. I had only the clothes that I was wearing. Ya no foke ga ke botsa ke re gora gore if ne ke le teng petrol a itsetse mo diaparong tsele nke ba amfisitse ka yone ne. Surprisingly I had a cap ene kwetse #boss mo dimo. That cap ne you see gore he took it over more it was on top of ashes. That was the go setse only that part e kwetseng #boss ne. So that's when I decided gore I flee the house. I had only the clothes that I was wearing and the diaparo tsene di sets. It was like di tlhako tsene le gore ne ke di tsenya mo di boxong, so I would stash them go di mo do drop go na sa fitlhele teng, but most everything was banned ne. Nearly di 23 tsa November 23 November 24 25 at least I was getting paid and I managed to buy myself clothes. You know le go ga ba le no yana ba santse ba re gasena a di fisitseng a bile le ene a re gasene because they defended him so much to a point that gore ke bona gore no this is not going okay. Ka feletsa at that time it was when I left the marriage completely. December I struggled ka dula ko gae. I moved to my maternal home, so ka dula ko teng ne gona le one room ya mokhukhu for almost a year ntse re na mo one room ya mokhukhu. We struggled. The following year 2019 I got a better place for ileng gore at least ke na le ka more bana bana le ka more, then we stayed ko teng. On our journey ga re ntse re na ko teng he was stalking me every single day. A o ne a feta fo teng phakela le motshegare le bosigo ne to a point a gore ke ile meletsa protection order. Ga magistrate a mmotsisa gore why o feta kwa every day I'm still his wife, he needs to know what I'm doing. Magistrate a re go fo pila tselo etsang eo it doesn't even connect to your way to work. There's so many roads so ka di tsayang fo fela fo o fitisa gone gore o check it. You are not supposed to do that. Ankeletsa protection order. Grant a protection order, but he still continued and ebeke file for divorce. So we had mutual friends. So by the time I told one of my mutual friends I'm gonna file for divorce, they've already told ole atsamaya a ilo bolella o ene ho le gore kana mosadi a go a re go tsenyetsa divorce kante ka une a bankeletsa. Then he saved me before I could save him. And then no sharp 2019 I think it was around March bankeletsa anseva ka di divorce sermons. In the process of divorce, you know he never did anything for 4 years. Re struggle. Obviously you know what I did. Ebe di lawyer tsa di berekisang, he wanted, you know gona le di lawyer tsa di corrupt, the well-known corrupt. He wanted the well-known corrupt tse neng gore ba iletsang ba ilontsotsa to a point that gore maybe I get out of marriage without anything. Then I can like a strategy. I like administration ya white people it's best. Then I got a lawyer ya lekgowa. They did everything. Ne sa khone mo kry-a re sa khone kry-a lawyer rage for years re ntse re struggle going up and down. Finally this year ke ga ke mmolele ke morara a ke go bolele now what I'm gonna do around February ke morara no it's fine because it's almost 3 years no 2019 20 wena wa daga the other time ga ba ilo
network ya go e didimetse mo ke o mute maybe ke call. just there guys le utlwile o rile ne first time o rile maybe o tla tla gape maybe mo kholong thank you so much Mosima like maabane like I said gore le nneng careful the previous year ka December towards 31 they were fighting the following year ka November they were fighting like I said yesterday guys you must be careful o check a pattern e leng gore mo bophelong ba o lwa le monna ka yona or o lwa le girlfriend ka or life go nna machiki-chikinyana like I was telling you gore nna ka kry breakthrough after ke nna careful ke re mara 20 mamang ka nako e ke ne ke le monna 20 mamang ka nako e ne ke le monna like be careful that thing e teng that sequence ya gore kgwedi e so like I was saying re bantsi New Year re 700 and something New Year guys be careful ra approach spring to some dintwa di divorce metlhalano inna means be careful start to pray stay in a gap rapelang guys kopa le neng careful nako e go teng dinoga di tswa mo mesimeng di ntsha di evil spirit ha di ntsha di evil spirit maswe ele and everything tlhano e nna intsi extended dina dintsi go di thabene go a bolano like just be careful guys ke 27 past ne I think ke tla le bona gape ma ke tla le bona guys ke tla le bona please ke tla le bona guys tomorrow ka 10 o'clock location sila and then ke ne ke nagana gore re bue ka a ke ne re bua ka rona ba yeah guys be careful high five guys ke ne ke re okay fine tomorrow are bueng ka the abuse we experienced us as kids from our parents akere batsadi ba rona like our mothers our fathers are staying in the marriage for the sake of us then tell us how much have it affected you your personality ke nagana gore lone it can be a very good topic for tomorrow and then if not we can talk about life after divorce gore cause ke batla gore ke encourage divorce guys but kang kholo ke gore ke tla bolela ka tshunse ke tla bolela ka tsone ke tla bolela ba pele ha ke encourage divorce but ga nna ntwe ba go nna mo marriage ga go berekele a se believe go kopa gore le tshabeng ga go le botlhoko ngwana modimo tshabe so remember ne ntse ke le bolela ka gore hey Unisa what Unisa what yeah so ha ntse ke le mo life ke bone message ya teng o popa in ore you have completed what so go ile o bala pila go nne lovely gore Brian a ke itse guys ke itumetse le tampona ha go le bolela sepe ha go rasa ka yone mara anyway go ya loge kganyentse ke le bolela ka yone gore la go pala sela Unisa stress gore go ya Mozambique go go nthusitse ne ke tsentsa senyama sham guys ke tsentsa senyamano so guys tomorrow tomorrow 10 o'clock I love you so much thank you so much ka tse go gana o itse go nna bo deck gore a bile ka reng kana a ke batle ka reng ka re ka le bottle ke le me blood even mfisa se bit asisha Bona, thank you so much. Guys, thank you. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for following me. Thank you for participation. Guys, no more the crying emojis. Lang mosha. Akitsi man. Akitsi. Egara maka ka ba phela wits. Mara klare. Guys, chapeau.